Let's have a big round of applause for our pre-game entertainment, their possum. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. We welcome you to Senator Thomas J. Dodd Memorial Stadium for tonight's Future League matchup featuring the Vermont Lake Monsters and your Norwich Sea Unicorns. Thank you for spending your evening with us. Welcome to Fan Appreciation Night. Welcome to the free-game concert you just enjoyed by Possum, brought to you by Yale New Haven Health and L&M Hospital. Welcome to our replica championship ring giveaway celebrating the Futures League champions Norwich Sea Unicorns 2023. Welcome to 9 innings of winnings. Be sure to get your raffle tickets at the table on the concourse behind the press box. And welcome to Fireworks Night, sponsored by Liberty Bank. We've turned on the lights. This call for the lights is brought to you by Norwich Public Utilities. Fans, we remind you to please do not sit or stand on the dugouts and do not stand up behind the backstop. And always remember, a foul ball hit over your head may hit up in the skybox area and bounce back into the seating area. So once again, we ask that you please pay attention to the action on the field at all times. Also, if you're up in the skybox area, we ask for your safety, please do not hop the railings to try to get a foul ball. Thank you for your cooperation. Now let's all enjoy tonight's baseball game. Fans, take out your scorecards. Here is tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Vermont Lake Monsters, leading off and playing center field from Tufts University, number 16, Owen McKiernan. Batting second and playing left field, St. Michael's College, number 28, Sam Cavosa. Batting third, the designated hitter, Cornell University, number 24, Mark Quatrani. Batting in the cleanup position and playing shortstop from Babson College, number 3, Xander Teeter. Batting fifth and playing second base from the University of Virginia, number 29, Jackson Soroy. Batting sixth and playing first base from the University of Virginia, number 13, Sean James. Batting seventh and doing the catching out of Bryant University, number 1, Jake Gaudreau. Batting eighth and playing third base from Catholic University, number 39, Dante Posey. Batting ninth and playing right field from Lemoyne College, number 7, Wyatt Patchett. Pitching for the Lake Monsters this evening from Catholic University, number 43, Eddie Kafton. The head coach for Vermont is Matt Fincher. Assistant coaches Danny Reardon, Chris Richard, and Josh Sherman. And now, fans, here's the starting lineup for your Norwich Sea Unicorns. Leading off and playing second base from Fairfield University, number 1, Nick Scarino. Batting second and playing center field from Seton Hall University, number 21, A.J. Soldra. Batting third, your designated hitter from Yale University, number 8, Caden Dosa. Batting in the cleanup position and playing right field from Central Connecticut State University, number 24, Antonio Ducatelli. Batting fifth and playing left field from Monmouth University, number 16, Trey Porter. Batting sixth and playing third base from the University of Massachusetts, number 29, Anthony Toronto. Batting seventh and playing shortstop from Quinnipiac University, number 4, Alex Irizarry. Batting eighth and doing the catching from the University of Connecticut, number 38, Connor Lane. Batting ninth and playing first base, Central Connecticut State University, number 7, Bo Jaworski. Pitching this evening for your Sea Unicorns from Central Connecticut State University, Number 25, Vincent Borghese. Your Sea Unicorns are managed by Kevin Murphy. He is assisted by Associate Manager Kyle Dombrowski. Assistant coaches Noah Plantamuro, Ryan Hyde, and Luke Broadhurst. Fans, those were tonight's starting lineups, and you'll find the starting lineups are also posted on the wall on the concourse behind the press box. Please join me in welcoming tonight's umpires. Behind the plate, Brian Roth. On the bases, E. Tyler Bullock and Ron Viennes. Fans, be sure to enjoy the Bell Logistics Beer Garden at the Hole in the Wall Bar on the right field concourse. Just down from the beer garden, we have the Shipwreck Ice Cream Bar. A reminder, beer sales will end at the end of the 7th inning. Enjoy Iliano's great tasting pizza. Iliano's, they're located right behind the press box on the concourse. And be sure to visit Iliano's in Norwich, 257 West Town Street. Be sure to drop into our merchandise store, the point of sale, for some great looking Sea Unicorns items and retro Navigators gear. Hey kids, we didn't forget you. We have the kids zone, far end of the left field concourse down by the picnic area. That is the kids zone. J-Pro provides the Norwich Sea Unicorns with the tools to prepare the Dodd Stadium field and batting practice equipment to help the Sea Unicorns prepare each day. Visit J-Pro for all your sports equipment needs. We thank you, J-Pro. Route 85 in Waterford, Connecticut. Be sure to visit the official team website at GoSeaUnicorns.com and on Facebook, X, and Instagram by using the handle @GoSeaUnicorns. Be sure to sign up for all the fun and excitement of our on-field promotions. You can do that at the Dime Bank information booth on the concourse by our merchandise store. For all your banking needs, visit www.dime-bank.com. Select Physical Therapy, the official athletic training partner to the Norwich Sea Unicorns. They have over 90 offices throughout Connecticut and New England. Visit SelectPhysicalTherapy.com to schedule an appointment. Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy. If a Sea Unicorns player hits for the cycle at Dodd Stadium this season, one lucky fan will win an electric bike from the Mystic Cycle Center. Entry forms are at the Dime Bank information booth. Thank you, Mystic Cycle Center, 25 Stonington Road, over in Mystic, Connecticut. As you enter Dodd Stadium each evening, always check out the Dime Bank starting lineups and the Dime Bank League standings located inside the main gates on the Dime Bank Plaza. They're located on the wall behind the press box. Your Sea Unicorns would like to thank Hyde Park Landscape for keeping Dodd Stadium looking beautiful this season. Hyde Park Landscape is located just around the corner from Dodd Stadium, and they can help you keep your lawn looking as good as Dodd Stadium Steel. They can make your lawn look great all summer long. We thank you, Hyde Park Landscape.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dodd Stadium.
Norwich Unicorn Baseball is on the air from Dodd Stadium. Happy Fan Appreciation Night as the Norwich Unicorns welcome to town the Vermont Lake Monsters. I'm Adam Plager, excited to bring you coverage of Future League Baseball as the Norwich Unicorns, a Future League best 16 games over 500, winners of their last two contests. Norwich now 35-19. They'll meet with the Vermont Lake Monsters, a rematch of the 2023 Future League Championship. And it was the Norwich Unicorns who were victorious. And that's right, the replica ring giveaway happening here tonight. A thank you to the band Possum that was here performing live music at the Hole in the Wall Bar. And don't forget, post-game fireworks, the final spectacular fireworks show presented by Liberty Bank after the conclusion of tonight's ball game. And with that, we talk about the balanced attack of Norwich. as well as that Route 2 bout. And I think we do have the Route 2 bout. I hope we were able to pull that up. We'll take a quick timeout, put it back on the field here. I think we forgot to load up one of our pregame videos. One moment here, and then we'll be right back here on the pregame show.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's all welcome onto the field your 2024 Norwich Unicorns. At this time, fans, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats, as we will now honor America and those defending our freedoms with the singing of our national anthem. Performing the anthem this evening, please welcome Connecticut State Police Sergeant Donna Saborin with her daughters Ariana, Mia, and Amelia. Thank you, Sergeant Saborin, and thank you, Ariana, Mia, and Amelia. And now, let's play ball.
Welcome back to Norwich. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get the file up there, but it was the Route 2 bout, and what a wild one it was here on Wednesday, as it was the New Britain Bees taking the opener of it in a dramatic come-from-behind effort, and then the Norwich Unicorns in part 2 of the Route 2 bout, thanks to an 8th-inning walk-off in extra innings. Here tonight, it's the Vermont Lake Monsters in town, as Matt Fincher's group is welcomed into the Rose City for the final time here in the regular season. They match up with Vincent Borghese, who is transferring from Post University to Central Connecticut State University. And for Borghese, here's a look at the numbers for the righty starter. A 1-1 record with a 2.31 ERA and a 1.11 whip. A look at the batting order for Vermont. Leading off is the center fielder, Owen McKiernan. Batting second in left field, Sam Cavosa. Batting third, the designated hitter, Mark Quattrani. Batting fourth is the shortstop, Xander Tedor. Batting fifth at second base, Jackson Soroy. Batting 6th at first base, Sean James. Batting 7th is the catcher, Jake Goudreau. And batting 8th, the third baseman, Dante Posey. And Wyatt Patchett batting 9th. He's in right field.
Leading off our ball game.
So they go toe-to-toe here with Vincent Borghese, who was just at Post University. Had a strong start this summer with the Norwich Unicorns here in the Futures League. Back in action here in Future League play. Final few regular season games as the Norwich Unicorns have stamped their ticket into the Future League playoffs. Now it's just a matter of waiting to see where Norwich is going to fall in the top 4. They have clinched home field advantage. Just a matter of if it's going to be Vermont or New Britain as we are underway here. 6:32 local time on a hot summer day in eastern Connecticut. The 1-1 delivery home is punched to first, collected there by Jaworski, who will win the race to the first base bag to take care of the center fielder, Owen McKiernan. One out for the left fielder, Sam Cavosa. Cavosa out of St. Michael's College so far this summer, a .310 batting average with 11 runs scored and 6 RBIs. A look at Norwich defensively. The third baseman, Anthony Tirado, Alex Irizarry over at short. As the fastball coming home is inside for ball 1. Over at second base, Nick Storino. He's in the leadoff spot, and Bo Jaworski back in the lineup at first base. The outfield alignment we'll have for you momentarily. Borghese coming home. The 1-0 delivery is a strike on the outside corner. In left field, Trey Porter. A.J. Soldra in center field. And Antonio Ducatelli in right field. With Vincent Borghese tossing to Connor Lane. The 1-1 delivery is a tapper over to second. A busy man so far for Storino, who's able to make the play. 4-3 on the ground out. 2 up and 2 down for the dangerous hitting all-star that represented Team Three Rivers a couple of weeks ago. It's Mark Quattrani. A look at the numbers so far this summer for Quattrani. A .336 batting average, league leader in RBIs with 34 and 21 runs scored. Righty on righty matchup with 2 outs. As the off-speed pitch hits the inside corner for strike 1. Mark Quattrani, a rising sophomore out of Cornell, Springfield, Pennsylvania native. Working behind, no balls, 1 strike. Against Borghese, there's the big Uncle Charlie in there for strike 2. Borghese has been so lights out for Norwich here this summer, trying to respond though after a bit of a rocky outing last time he faced these Vermont Lake Monsters back on July 25th, where he suffered the loss, allowed 3 runs, only 1 earned. As the pitch misses upstairs for ball 1. This past spring at Post, it was a 15.07 ERA, a big step back from what he did as a rookie, 4.80 ERA. As ball 2 misses down and away, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Borghese leaving Post University for Division I Central Connecticut State, where he'll be teammates with Bo Jaworski and Antonio Ducatelli from the Norwich Unicorns. The even count delivery on the ground, up the middle, out of the reach of Nick Storino. It's a 2-out base knock for the dangerous Mark Quattrani. And the first inning will continue for Xander Tidor.
Shortstop from Babson College, number 3, Xander Tidor.
Xander Tidor out of Babson College, batting .310 this summer with 11 runs scored and 12 ribbies. A chance to bat with Mark Quattrani aboard at first. Norwich wearing their home white uniforms with the unicorn writing across the chest. And the gold numbers, the first delivery home slipped out of the hands of Borghese for ball 1. And the Vermont Lake Monsters wearing their road navy blue uniforms with the neon green numbers and the white outline and the gray bottoms. 1 ball and no strikes to the cleanup hitter Tidor, who's able to chop it over to short. There is Irizarry, who will flip it across the diamond, and the inning is over. Borghese able to work around a 2-out base knock from Mark Quattroni. Norwich coming to the plate in the home first. This is Norwich Scenic Horn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Buy better.
Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
You buy better, it burns. You buy better.
Summer is here and the temps are soaring, but it seems like insurance prices are too. Let the Burns Agency bring the relief. Our quality coverage at unmatched pricing with top-notch service makes us the trusted choice for Eastern Connecticut. Home, auto, business, life, the Burns Agency does it all. We're a third-generation, locally owned and operated agency with 2 convenient locations. Walk in, give us a call, or chat online today. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better,
Better it burns.
much better.
So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns.
You buy better, it burns. You buy better.
Welcome back here to Norwich. We take a look at that route to bout here from earlier this week on Wednesday, and here's a look at what happened in game number 1 of this battle, and it was a stunning, dramatic victory for the New Britain Bees, who come back with 4 runs and take a 5-3 lead, and they hold up and win the ball game. It was 4 consecutive hits, a hit batter, a walk, and a sloppy outing, unfortunately, for Jimmy Mulvaney, who had been so lights out. But if you're going to have a clunker, why not then? Before the postseason, he knows what he's all about. He's been so good for this team. There's the one that gets to the backstop, and there is the winning runs that come home to score as Dante Lewis trickles in behind there. But Norwich in game number 2 here of this route to bout, we take a look at how Connor Lane was able to start things off for Norwich, able to get that ball game tied once again with an RBI base knockout into left field. And then it was Chris Carson who would deliver the goods and win the ball game for Norwich. A walk-off style victory for the Scenic Horns earlier this week, as it'll be Nick Storino who will lead things off for Norwich here in the home first. Storino out of Fairfield University. It's Eddie Cafton on the rubber for Vermont. Here, once again, we saw Cafton last time these 2 teams played. That was back here at home on July 28th. Eddie Cafton out of Catholic University, rising senior out of Old Lyme, Connecticut. The 3-0 pitch home to Storino is way outside for ball 4. 4-pitch walk to Storino, and the Scenic Horns have themselves a leadoff base runner. We'll bring up the center fielder, A.J. Solder. A look at manager Kevin Murphy's batting order here against Vermont. A.J. Solder batting second in center field. The DH, Caden Dosa. Antonio Ducatelli in the cleanup spot. He's in right field. Trey Porter batting 5th in left field. Anthony Tirado at third base batting 6th. Alex Irizarry at short batting 7th. Connor Lane doing the catching and batting 8th. And it's Bo Jaworski batting 9th. He's at first base. Cafton, 6 feet, 195, is going to roll through the signs once again with his catcher, Jake Goudreau. A 2-1 record for the Catholic product with a 3.55 ERA. The delivery home is on the inside corner. There's the first strike of the game for Eddie Cafton. Solder batting .350 this summer for the Scenic Horns. As ball 1 dives downstairs and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. The right-hander Cafton against the left-handed hitting center fielder A.J. Solder, who's in center field. Primarily, it's seen Soldra in left field, but Caden Dosa getting some time off his feet is the designated hitter. He awaits on deck. The 1-2 delivery coming home is outside for ball 2, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the dangerous A.J. Soldra, who is second on the team in batting average. So far this summer against Vermont, a 370 hitter. As they check back in on Nick Storino, who dives back in head first safely. 370 with 8 runs scored, a couple of RBIs, a double, and 2 triples. Soldra has created all kinds of danger against this Vermont pitching staff. The even count delivery is cut on and missed for strike 3. Captain able to come back with a strikeout of the dangerous A.J. Soldra. 1 out for Norwich in the first for the DH, Caden Dosa out of Mill Valley, California. In Marin County, Dosa, the team leader in batting average, swinging .385 with 16 runs scored and 9 RBIs. Chance to bat with a 1-out base runner. That's Nick Storino as they'll check in on him once again. Storino back in there safely, no problem. Storino so far this summer with Norwich. 8 stolen bags. Always have to be careful when he's aboard. Always a stolen base threat. Another look, Captain with the toss over to his first baseman, Sean James. Here's a look at Vermont defensively. The third baseman is Dante Posey. The shortstop, Xander Tidor. Over at second base is Jackson Soroy. And the first baseman, Sean James. The first pitch home to Dosa is a swing and a miss for strike 1. In the outfield from left to right for Vermont, Sam Cavosa once again in left field. Owen McKiernan in center field. And Wyatt Patchett is the right fielder. The 0-1 toss coming home is punched through into right field. Dosa able to send it over to the right fielder. That was Patchett who misplayed it. Storino works first to third. And the Norwich Scenic Horns have runners at the corners. After was the right fielder Wyatt Patchett, who's a two-way player for Vermont. Mishandled the baseball on the opposite field single for Dosa, who continues to insert damage anywhere you put him in the batting order. And it's Norwich threatening to strike first here tonight for the cleanup hitter Antonio Ducatelli. Ducatelli so far this summer for Norwich batting .270 with 17 runs scored and 7 RBIs. Prime opportunity for Norwich to try and take the first lead of the night. First pitch home to Ducatelli is low and away for ball 1. Ducatelli out of Central Connecticut State from Levittown, New York. Started to really find his rhythm at the plate as of late. Check back in on Caden Dosa, who has been so dangerous for Norwich at the plate, especially when he's on base. All kinds of speed aboard. It was a high toss over to the first baseman, Sean James, who leaps up and makes the grab on it. Good thing that would have had Nick Storino breaking for the plate, and Norwich easily could have had a lead. Ducatelli ahead of the count. 1 ball, no strikes. Dosa in motion. A high chopper is foul. And the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ducatelli against Vermont so far this summer is 3 for 8 with a .375 batting average. 3 runs scored, a double, a couple of walks, and a strikeout. And is .350 over his last 5 games. The delivery home is down in the dirt for ball 2. 7 for 20 with 7 runs scored, a couple of doubles, and a triple. This is the time of year when you want to get hot, and Ducatelli's starting to really find his stride and build some comfortability in the batter's box. With runners at the corners, Dosa in motion again. The off-speed pitch misses upstairs. And the count is going to be even. It looked to be a little above the belt line of Ducatelli, but favorable call goes to Eddie Cafton, but Norwich has runners at second and third and 1 out. Ducatelli reaching out to tap it foul off to the left of the home plate area, back behind the screen, and count is still even. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Caden Dosa. That is stolen base number 11 of the summer. 2-2 again is taken inside for ball 3, and the count is full. Captain tried to attack Ducatelli with the fastball there, trying to get the inside strike call. Instead, we're all full. 3 balls and 2 strikes, with Storino standing at third and Caden Dosa at second. The full count delivery is taken inside for ball 4. Norwich has them loaded up for Anthony Tirado. And a look at what we have seen this summer from Tirado. He has been so dangerous for this Norwich team, especially against Vermont. Here's a look at some of those highlight clips for, it's going to be Trey Porter and then Tirado. So we'll take a look at Tirado's highlights in a moment, as it's the Monmouth University product, Trey Porter, coming to the plate. Bases loaded with 1 out for Trey Porter, who's batting now .284 on the summer. A look at the numbers here for Porter out of Monmouth University in Ambler, Pennsylvania, with 13 runs scored and 9 RBIs. The runner aboard at first, Ducatelli, Dosa at second, and Storino at third. The 0-1 pitch home is outside, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Trey Porter has continued to do damage as of late. Currently, 5th best average on the team. We'll take the breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 2. Porter, 6 feet, 168 in the right side of the box. The 1-2 delivery is going to get behind the backstop. Goudreau coming home and scoring is Storino. A pass ball that leaked beyond the reach of Jake Goudreau gives Norwich their first lead of the night. Well, these are the little mistakes that can haunt you. It's a full house here tonight on Fan Appreciation Night. And the home crowd rocking and rolling early. Runners at second and third, still 1 out, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Porter. And to extend the lead for Norwich as he chops it over to third. Tough play over there for Posey, who's able to fire to first in time. Take care of Porter, and here comes the dangerous hitting Anthony Tirado, who has been on a roll as of late for the Unicorns. He continues to do danger against Vermont. 3 runs scored and 3 RBIs. I mean, this is some of his best stretch of baseball right now. A couple of doubles over his last 5 games. He continues to crush pitching here as strike 1 lands on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike to Anthony Tirado, who swings from the left side of the box over at third base. As ball 1 dives inside, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike to the UMass product, Anthony Tirado out of Cheshire, Connecticut. Delivery home is taken outside for ball 2, and the count will move to 2 balls and 1 strike. Tirado so far this summer batting .267 with 21 runs scored and 24 runs batted in. Captain working from the stretch. The 2-1 home is a curveball that rested upstairs. It is dumped foul into the bleachers down the left field line, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Tough pitch, but still a hittable pitch there for Tirado, who's trying to bring his hands in. On the curveball, it started to twist inside. Not the kind of bite that Captain was quite looking for to try and put away Tirado, who is batting .313 over his last 5 ball games. The 2-2 home is upstairs for ball 3. 4 RBIs, a double, 5 walks, and 2 swipe bags for Tirado in this recent surge. With a full count, the 3-2 coming home is outside for ball 4. Your chance for Alex Irizarry. It's the second walk in a row for Cafton, and the third in the inning has them loaded. Just one hit for Norwich, but they've done their damage thanks to some early command trouble from the right-hander Cafton out of Catholic University. Wild pitch as well, which I believe is going to be scored as a pass ball to Jake Goudreau. Fastball missing inside to Alex Irizarry. It was a sequence in which Goudreau got a little crossed up. And this is going to bring out the manager, Matt Fincher. He's going to discuss things over with the entire infield defense. It's been a rocky start tonight for Eddie Cafton, who's still looking to climb his way out of this first inning without any further damage. The last start for Cafton was back on July 30th against Worcester, where he suffered the loss, allowing 5 earned runs on 5 hits in just an inning. Last start against Norwich, he worked 3 innings, allowing just 3 hits and a couple of walks. Big spot for Alex Irizarry to try and break the ball game open for the host in the first. Runner at third for Norwich is Caden Dosa. Over at second, Antonio Ducatelli. And standing aboard at first is Anthony Tirado. Irizarry batting .220 this summer for the Unicorns, who's headed to Quinnipiac in the fall. 1-0 pitch coming home is a curveball in there for strike one, and the count is even. Irizarry began his collegiate career at Maryland, where he scuffled as a rookie, batting just .143, but saw limited playing time as that runs inside, and it also has the catcher Goudreau down and out. It's a hit batsman to Alex Irizarry, and the lead grows to 2 for Norwich. It was an awkward spill for the catcher Jake Goudreau as it hit him awkwardly after it hit off Alex Irizarry. All kinds of trouble on the mound for Cafton early tonight. An early movement in the Vermont bullpen down the left field line. It's a right-hander loosening. Connor Lane has a chance to bat with the bases remaining loaded. Right-hander coming home fires a fastball on the outside corner for strike one. Lane last game had an RBI game-tying single in extra innings against the New Britain Bees in the finale of what was a wild doubleheader. This time he's crushing it out to left field. You can forget about it. Connor Lane wallops his second home run of the summer as he crushes it towards the left field wall. 325 in the gap. It's a grand slam for Lane, and the lead for Norwich is 6-0. Well, he gave the fans what they came for. Came for the replica ring giveaway, but they got to stay for a grand slam in the first. A grand start tonight for the Unicorns on a hanging breaking ball to Connor Lane, who punished it over the left field deck. It'll bring up the number 9 batter of the inning, Bo Jaworski. Jaworski back up the middle. It's a base hit. Ambushes Cafton on the first pitch he sees. Well, this has been a troubling outing for Eddie Cafton, who has now surrendered 11 runs over his last inning and 2/3 worked. Look back at the home run from Connor Lane, which has jump-started the Unicorn offense here tonight. A big 6-run first inning for Norwich as we go back to the top of the order for Nick Storino. 6 runs on 3 hits. They've been helped by some command trouble. 3 walks, a hit batter, and a pass ball as Storino is going to want a new bat here. Going to collect it from Ryan Hyde, one of the assistant coaches who is a member of UConn. Part of that magical run for the Huskies, which lasted into the Super Regionals. Fortunately, fell to Florida State and the Seminoles. Storino takes a strike on the outside corner, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. First grand slam of the summer for Norwich as a team. They get to do it in front of their home crowd. 1-1 coming home down in the dirt for ball 2. Norwich had their struggles in first innings to this point, being outscored by opponents in the first, but this is a nice start here tonight. An early 6-0 lead. Borski, the base runner, aboard at first as Storino bats from the left side of the box. Captain agrees the 3-1 delivery is taken upstairs for ball 4. That's the 4th walk in the first for Captain. It'll bring up the center fielder, A.J. Soldra, with runners at first and second. As this will bring out Matt Fincher, and this is going to be the end of the rope for Eddie Captain, who lasts just 2/3 of an inning, surrenders 6 runs on 3 hits, issued 4 walks. Hit a batter, just a messy night on the mound for Captain, which is going to come to a close. Don't go anywhere. Norwich riding high on Fan Appreciation Night. Off to a grand 6-0 start. This is Norwich Scenic Horn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
It's safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes. Especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today, 860-376-2626. That's 860-376-2626.
University, number 27, Cole Riskin. Riskin now pitching for Vermont.
The new reliever on the mound is right-hander Cole Riskin out of Clarkson University in Marblehead, Massachusetts. Rising senior, 5'9", 195. And so far this summer for Riskin in the Futures League with the Lake Monsters has pitched to a 3.52 ERA. This will be his 14th appearance of the summer. Over 23 innings worked. A 1-0 record. And this will be his 12th outing of the summer in relief. He'll come into a situation that he was not quite expecting. Start for Norwich that you could only dream of here on Fan Appreciation Night. A 6-run first inning has knocked out starter Eddie Captain, who departs with runners at first and second. It'll be the job of Cole Riskin to try and find the final out in the home first. But it's the dangerous A.J. Soldier who will come to the plate. Soldier was punched out earlier in the inning. First pitch to Soldra is out into the luxury suite deck. Right over our heads, and the first pitch strike offered by the Clarkson reliever, Cole Riskin. Right-hander set at the belt. The 0-1 delivery is popped up. On the lip of the grass is the shortstop, Teeter, who will make the play and end the inning. But not before it's Connor Lane who erupts with his first grand slam of the summer. And it's a 6-0 lead for the Unicorns. We're watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Select Physical Therapy, the official athletic training partner to the Norwich Unicorns. They have over 90 offices throughout Connecticut and New England. Visit selectphysicaltherapy.com to schedule an appointment. Select Physical Therapy, the power of physical therapy. Fans, USC Unicorns have partnered with Vantage Sports to give our players an opportunity to teach baseball lessons to younger players. If you're interested in learning more about the opportunities available, please visit vantagesports.com to check available.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Merchandise store is open. The point of sale, some great looking items. Check it out tonight. And hey kids, enjoy the kids zone. Far end of the left field concourse down by the picnic area. Enjoy the kids zone. Leading off, the top of the second inning for the Lake Monsters. The second baseman out of the University of Virginia, number 29, Jackson Soroy.
It's Jackson Soroy who's backed away by a first pitch fastball after Vincent Borghese got all the run scoring he would have liked. A 6-run cushion thanks to a grand start tonight by the Unicorn offense. The 1-0 delivery is a high chopper over to the third baseman Torado, who collects it, fields it, but it's a high throw over the head of Bo Jaworski as Torado airmailed it across the infield diamond. So it's a break for Vermont, who has themselves a leadoff base runner here to start the second. Bring up the first baseman, Sean James. James, first baseman here tonight for Matt Fincher. Also a catcher on the roster for the Vermont Lake Monsters. Borghese coming home as the curveball misses inside for ball one. Sean James also headed to Virginia as a riser out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, takes the fastball on the outside corner. And the count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. James, 6 feet, 175. The right side of the box. The even count delivery home is slashed foul. Into the bleachers down the right field line for strike 2. Borghese working ahead of the Vermont first baseman, Sean James. Runner aboard at first is Jackson Soroy, who reached on an error committed by the Norwich third baseman to begin the second. Check back on the base runner that caught the first base umpire. Oh my, Bo Jaworski was unable to handle the pickoff attempt. Oh man, that is scary. Something you do not ever want to see on the baseball diamond. And unfortunately for Vermont, that's a break for Norwich. That easily could have placed Soroy in a scoring position, if not all the way to third base. All kinds of miscommunication here by Norwich defensively as they check on the first base umpire, who was beaned by the pickoff toss of Vincent Borghese. A break for Norwich here as the double play is still intact. This is the Vermont team looking to catch any break right now after surrendering 6 in just the first inning. Still plenty of runway left for Vermont to try and cover some ground. They're looking for base runners and extra bases any way possible, as just back in safely is Soroy. So Borghese once again opting to check back in on the base runner. That stands at first. That's Soroy. Here comes the 1-2 delivery. It is cut on and missed for strike 3. Borghese able to come back with a strikeout of Sean James. Look at this 2-strike pitch home from the Central Connecticut transfer. A wipeout slider there from Borghese to retire James for out number 1. Bring up the catcher, Jake Goudreau. 1 out and a runner aboard as Goudreau's aggressive. A fly ball lifted out in towards left center field. There is Soldra ranging over and will make the catch on it for out number 2 in the Vermont second. This is what you're looking for from Norwich. After a big inning, looking for Borghese to try and keep the pace rolling for this Norwich offense and try and get them right back up to the plate. Nice response after an error by Toronto to begin the frame. This thing could have gotten sloppy in a hurry. This is something that when I talked to Gavin Hawks prior to the game tonight, the way everyone has each other's back, it's been something to watch all summer long. The way they've picked each other up, it's a big reason why Norwich is 16 games now over 500. And sure, there's been some poor performances throughout the night, as every team will face throughout a season. As the 1-1 pitch is back to the screen. There aren't any long losing streaks, and that's the big thing for Norwich. Anytime they have an off night, even in which they don't perform to their standards, it's a nice response the next night. That was a prime example of that in that doubleheader split against New Britain. The runner Soroy in motion. The throw down from Lane is a good one, but unable to handle it cleanly there was Storino, as it was a little towards his backside there. The swipe back for Soroy, who's into scoring position. And the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dante Posey. Big lead over there at second for Soroy, and watch out, he might be on the move here. Certainly will now with the full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We'll see how aggressive Vermont wants to be, as Lane certainly could throw down to the third base bag if ball 4 were to miss. The full count delivery is taken on the outside corner for strike 3. Vincent Borghese with a couple of punch outs to take care of the Lake Monsters here in the second. After an error by Toronto to start the frame, it was the Vincent Borghese show. 6-0 lead for Norwich as we head to the home second. This is Norwich Scenic Horn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports. Divino Digital is your one-stop shop for website design, development, and site management. Divino Digital uses the most up-to-date technology to develop their sites. Whether you are looking to build a small website or an e-commerce site with hundreds of products, Divino Digital has you covered. Check them out, located at 31 Hewitt Road in North Stonington, Connecticut, or give them a call at 860-373-7175. That's right, 860-373-7175.
For two places, at Go See Unicorns and at CT Highway Safety. Once again, at Go See Unicorns and at CT Highway Safety. Good luck. The winner will get a gift card from La Stella Pizza. First DH in Major League Baseball history. Leading off the bottom and second inning for your Sea Unicorns, the designated hitter, Hayden Dosa.
It's the DH, Caden Dosa, back up for the second time tonight. Started his night punching a base knock into right field. We'll battle here with Cole Riskin. It's a new reliever into the ball game after a rough outing tonight from Eddie Cafton, who lasted just 2/3 of an inning, surrendering 6 runs in the first, in part to a grand slam by Connor Lane. Riskin working from the stretch, coming home. The 0-1 delivery is tapped foul for strike 2. Incredible work by Vincent Borges, who was able to quickly respond despite an error by the Norwich third baseman to begin that top of the inning. Able to come back, couple of strikeouts, and that's what you're looking for your starting pitcher, to pick up the defense. An error like that is made, and this is a Norwich pitching staff that has been so lights out here this summer. They have pitched to an ERA of 3.81 over the first 54 games here this season in Norwich. Matt Fincher is going to come out to the mound, and he's going to have a conversation with Cole Riskin. See what this is going to be about here. He was fired a pair of early strikes, and maybe a look here at the pitching mound. Not sure what is the discussion about here between Matt Fincher, the home plate umpire, and Cole Riskin, the reliever, into the ball game. Fired a pair of strikes to Caden Dosa to begin the Norwich second. Howell breaks up rather quickly. Not sure what Matt Fincher wanted to discuss. Maybe a look at the mound, but I can assure you that Lee Walter, the GM of the Norwich Unicorns, spends countless hours taking care of the pitching rubber, the home plate area, so I'm not sure what that was all about. Clarkson this past spring at Clarkson pitched to a 7.64 ERA and 0-2 record over 33 innings of work. Catcher Goudreau set up outside. It's a fly ball lifted into the air out to the left center field gap. Moving over is the center fielder McKiernan to take care of Caden Dosa for out number 1. Nice 2-strike swing there by Dosa. A better play out there in center field by McKiernan. Cover all the ground into the power alley. Bring up the right fielder Antonio Ducatelli to the plate. One out in the Norwich second. Well, strike one on the outside corner. This is exactly what Matt Fincher is looking for Cole Riskin here in this long relief rolls to throw strikes. A grounder chopped to second. There is Soroy. Fire over to first in time to take care of Ducatelli. 2 up and 2 down here in the Norwich second. Bring up Trey Porter to the plate out of Hatboro Horsham High School. Trying to jumpstart the offense here in the second after a big first. Riskin coming home. The off-speed pitch is on the outside corner. Well, this is going to be a key ingredient for success the rest of the night for Vermont. And Cole Riskin, first pitch strikes. He's done that incredibly well to start his outing here tonight. As he fires another strike, it is lifted the opposite way. It is going foul. Trey Porter trying to go the opposite way to punch a extra base hit down the line in right field. But it'll be escorted back to the box, and the count is no balls and 2 strikes to Porter. Porter at Hatboro Horsham High School was a 3-time first-team All-Conference selection. 3-year varsity player for head coach Pete Moore at Hatboro. Protecting with 2 strikes against Riskin. The 0-2 home. Lifted the opposite way into right field. Moving over is Patchett. It is a fair ball down the right field line. It'll skip over the wall. It's a ground rule double for Trey Porter. That time he was able to keep it inside the fair side of the chalk line. Able to dump a 1-out double. 4th hit of the night for Norwich, who has a runner in scoring position. As Porter continues to heat up here in the late stretch of the season. Sent the right fielder Patchett all the way to the wall and right. Bring up Anthony Tirado. Delivery home is the curveball that misses inside to Tirado, who drew a walk to begin his night. Tirado, the left-handed hitting third baseman. We've seen him at short. Also seen him at third, which is where he'll play here tonight. Strike 1 grazes the inside corner. Strong start for Riskin to begin the second, retiring the first 2 in order, but a 2-out double does Norwich in business thanks to Trey Porter. It's Tirado who scorches strike 2 into the bleachers down the third base side. Riskin now just 1 strike away from escaping a second inning without any damage. Be a big hold for Riskin in the second. 1-2 home to Tirado is slicing foul down the left field line, and we'll do it again. 1 ball and 2 strikes. For Porter, he has 5 stolen bases on the summer. That was his 4th double so far with Norwich. That's where he stands at second. The 1-2 home is a flare lifted out into shallow center field. Moving back there was the shortstop, Teeter. He's not going to come up with it. Coming home and scoring is Trey Porter. Bloop RBI base knock, Anthony Tirado. And the lead for Norwich is 7. It was a long run for the shortstop, Teeter, who had to completely turn his back to the blue pop-up, which dumps into shallow center field. Norwich able to play a 2-out run. Chance for Alex Irizarry to bat. 2 gone and a base runner aboard at first. Irizarry smashes a 2-out base knock into right field. Going first to third is Tirado. 3 straight hits for Norwich here, and they have runners at the corners. With 2 outs, and here comes Connor Lane, who had his first grand slam of the summer, his last trip up. Look at the Alex Irizarry 2-out base knock, which was corked into right field. Aggressive there, Irizarry on just the first pitch of the at-bat. First pitch home by Riskin is a strike on the outside corner to Lane, who now has 12 RBIs on the summer. To further increase the lead with Runners at the corners over our head for strike 2. Lane out of Old Saybrook, Connecticut. Reigning Gatorade High School Baseball Player of the Year. Certainly plenty of pop in his bat. 0-2 inside, and that one almost ran in and hit the catcher Connor Lane. It was a two-way sensation at Old Saybrook. In fact, flirted with a no-hitter on this fairy turf at Dodd Stadium earlier this spring at the high school level. 1-2 pitch home is back to the screen. Timing is starting to click here for Connor Lane against Cole Riskin. Just missed, crushing the fastball. That's some ride. See what Riskin wants to do with the 1-ball, 2-strike count to the catcher Lane. Riskin coming home, reaching out and poking it foul is Connor Lane. And we'll do it all again. 3 straight foul balls for Lane to battle with a couple of strikes on him. Lane 6'3", 210, power hitting catcher headed to UConn. Looking to compete for some playing time. He joins Husky Nation in the fall. Toronto's starting to run towards the third base line, but Connor Lane strikes out and the inning is over. So Riskin able to come back with a strikeout of Connor Lane, but RBI base knock by Anthony Toronto has extended the lead to 7-4 Norwich. This is Norwich Scenic Horn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Logan and Shane. It used to be Shane and Logan. Now it's Logan and Shane. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
All right, what's your name? Chloe, do you know your music pretty well?
Yeah.
All right, I like the confidence. 3 clips, you name the artist. 2 out of 3, you win the headphones. We're going to see if you can go 3 of 3 anyway. Let's hear the first clip. Katy Perry, she knew that before the first note dropped. Jeez. All right, second clip. Justin Bieber, she's got the headphones no matter what, but I'm pretty darn confident she's going to go 3 for 3 right here. Let's hear it. Are you kidding me? I didn't even hear like a note and a half, and you knew that was the best performance I'd ever seen at the Sennheiser Name That Artist. Let's get those headphones for you.
Well, thank you, Logan. Great job, Chloe. And thank you, Sennheiser.
Come and celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. Enjoy Norwich Unicorn Baseball from the best seats in the house. 20 and 40-person luxury suite options available now. For more information, contact us at info@goseeunicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at a baseball game this summer. And as always, go see Unicorns.
Number 7, Wyatt Patches.
The right fielder, Wyatt Patchett, who bats in the number 9 spot for Vermont. Come to the plate here to begin the third out of Lemoyne College in Geneva, New York. Ready on righty matchup. The All-Star Patchett, who is hit on the inside fastball. So immediately a runner aboard for Vermont to begin the third. Top of the order, it'll bring up Owen McKiernan. And for Vincent Borghese, that's just the first batter he's plunked all summer. Kiernan grounded out to Bo Jaworski at first in his first trip to the plate. That was how the night started. Presley coming home as the sinker misses downstairs for ball 1. Kiernan, the center fielder out of Tufts University and Durham, New Hampshire. 1-0 pitch is a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Kiernan, rising junior, 5'11", 205. Covers plenty of ground in center field. We've seen that on display already tonight as the breaking ball curves inside and is punched foul for strike 2. This is the part of the order that Vermont is looking to inject some life and try and battle back after surrendering 6 in the first and a run in the second. As the high fastball misses upstairs, a good take by McKiernan. The count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Breaking ball way out in front of it, McKiernan, but just able to reach out and get a piece of it. The battle alive with Vincent Borghese. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Tufts product who's studying economics. High academic school at Tufts. Kiernan trying to battle, but is going to take strike 3. Framed perfectly on the outside corner, Vincent Borghese able to punch out McKiernan for out number 1 in the Vermont third. Look at that fastball dotted on the outside corner. That's what Borghese's been doing all night long, just dancing around the edges. Has himself out number 1 here in the third. That's his 3rd strikeout of the night. And his 2nd looking. Here comes the outfielder, Sam Cavosa. In left field tonight once again for Vermont. He's been a fixture top of the order and in the corner outfield for Matt Fincher this summer. Big bat followed by Mark Quattroni. It's a dynamic 2 and 3 punch in the batting order. Cavosa grounded out to second in his first time up as he waves and misses at strike 2. Cavosa, also a catcher on the roster for Vermont, 1 of 5 overall out of St. Michael's and East Falmouth, Massachusetts, as he swings through strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for Borghese after hitting Wyatt Patchett to begin matters here in the third. Excellent work here by Borghese with a wipeout slider. Bring up the all-star designated hitter, Mark Quattroni. Two outs, runner aboard at first, and the fastball misses up and in to Quattroni. Third baseman Anthony Tirado playing back all the way on the lip of the grass, and the same goes for Nick Storino, the second baseman. Norwich has returned into order here defensively after shading into double play depth with 1 out when Cavosa is in the box. Was the big question mark tonight, how Borghese would handle this part of the Vermont order. There's a line drive back up the middle, but it's going to hang up for A.J. Soldra. He played it perfectly in straightaway center field. It's Borghese who's able to work around a leadoff hit batsman as we head to the bottom of the third inning. It's a 7-0 lead for Norwich on Fan Appreciation Night.
And that winning number is 2151347. I repeat.
The Norwich Sea Unicorns are proud to celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. The point-of-sale merchandise store has you covered all season long and is pleased to offer new merch weekly. From the Norwich Navigator days to today, we honor our past and celebrate our future. Gear up today at the point-of-sale team store, open for all home games and 24/7 access online at GoSeaUnicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at the ballpark this summer, geared up in the Sea Unicorn spirit. And as always, go Sea Unicorns.
Welcome to Murphy family. Welcome Hartford Healthcare. Welcome Amstein. Happy birthday, Connor Paquette. 20th annual Wydra family reunion is here tonight. Welcome United Way. Welcome the NFA Wildcats Booster Club, and we will do more announcements later on in our baseball game. Leading off the bottom of the third inning, the USC Unicorns, the first baseman, Bo Jaworski.
Number 9 spot in the batting order, Bo Jaworski to lead things off for Norwich against Cole Riskin. As Jaworski slams strike one back to the screen. 9-1 and 2 due up in the batting order for Norwich here as they bat with a 7-run lead. Offense throughout the lineup so far tonight for the Scenic Horns as ball one misses low and in. And the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike to the number 9 spot in the order, Bo Jaworski. Little tapper off to the first base side of the rubber. Tough play for Riskin, who is able to scoop it up and underhand toss it over to Sean James, the first baseman. A difficult play there for the reliever, Cole Riskin. And when you ask about fielding your position, well, that's why it's so important. Able to find his way into an athletic position there as he was stumbling, still kept control of the baseball. Got his feet enough to underhand flip it over to Sean James to retire Jaworski. We're out number 1 to the top of the order, Nick Storino. Out of New Milford, Connecticut, watches ball 1 miss outside. Storino's drawn a pair of walks so far tonight. It's really what he's doing all summer. He's been a walking machine, especially as of late. Has drawn now 8 walks over his last 5 ball games. And then we get the man waiting on deck, AJ Soldra, who's drawn 11. Swing and a miss there for strike 2, and I think that's why manager Kevin Murphy likes that. 1-2, and then it's, oh yes, that's right, Caden Dosa batting third. When you have a couple of guys that are walking over 50% of the time, I mean, there are sure to be traffic plenty across the base pass as Storino fouls away. Strike 2 once again. The dangerous order right now for Norwich, which is starting to really catch some fire. 1 ball and 2 strikes to the left-handed hitting second baseman Storino, who flips it over to short. Backing up is Xander Tidor to take care of Nick Storino for the second out in the Norwich third. Bring up AJ Solder, who's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Up into this point, AJ Solder had really crushed Vermont pitching. I am sure that Vermont read the scouting report maybe more than a couple of times when this kid comes to the plate. We've become quite accustomed to seeing what A.J. Solder can do in the box. The all-star offensive performer of the night when it was Rose City against Team 3 Rivers, and it was these two managers duking it out in the all-star game. Now doing battle for the final time this regular season. Before the postseason commences on Monday. Soldier doing damage out into the right center field gap. Sprawling out the right fielder. Patchett unable to come up with it. McKiernan to fetch it at the wall. Soldier around second will go cruising into third. Well, there's the power we've been talking about. And for A.J. Soldier, it's his third triple of the summer against Vermont pitching. And this season for the Seton Hall transfer, it's triple number 8 of the summer. We'll credit the effort there by Wyatt Patchett, the right fielder who went into a full extension dive to try and rob Soldra of extra bases. Mendoza takes strike one at the top of the zone. Dosa tonight, 1 for 2. A single and a flyout as he checks his swing, and they'll rule that Dosa did go around like he did from up here. But to the dismay of the Norwich faithful, which has really shown out here tonight, they have come in droves tonight. One of the best crowds all summer long. Here comes the 0-2 pitch home. It is taken outside for ball one. Dosa this summer against Vermont batting .258 as he takes ball two inside. Couple of RBIs and 2 runs scored for Caden Dosa, who we've seen bat leadoff primarily. This time batting behind Soldra as he checks his swing, and they'll rule that he did go around for strike 3. Oh, it's the first 0 put up by Vermont pitching here tonight as they're able to strand a 2-out triple. A.J. Soldra at third. It's a big lead for Norwich as we head to the 4th. You're watching Futures League Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Welcome to our pre-game entertainment, the band Possum. Welcome the Yale Summer English Language Program. Happy birthday, Chloe Sacre. Happy birthday, Paisley Hastings. Happy birthday, Connor Paquette. And happy birthday, Dexter Reynolds. More birthdays coming up. Attention, please, ladies and
New pitcher in the ball game for Norwich is right-hander out of Yale University, 6'5", 210, rising sophomore Teo Spadaccini with an 0-4 record, 5.68 ERA. Will make his 11th appearance of the summer and his 4th in relief. Over 31 and 2 innings worked, 27 strikeouts, and 17 free passes issued. As the first pitch home to Xander Tidor. Outside for ball one. Inning coming home, downstairs for ball two. Teo's had his struggles in relief this summer. Last appearance for Teo was against Vermont, where he suffered the loss. Back on July 26th, over 2 1/3 innings worked, allowed 3 earned runs on 3 hits. A couple of walks and 2 strikeouts for Teo. 2-1 coming home to the shortstop. Tidor is inside. Almost hit the Vermont shortstop, but the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. Command at times has been problematic for Teo. Him and Connor Lane will have a brief chat, try and settle down the power arm reliever in the bullpen for Norwich. We've seen split time in starting roles and relief roles. A 3-1 pitch from the right-hander Spadaccini, flipped out into left center field. It's a leadoff base knock for Tidor, and Vermont has themselves a leadoff base runner. Runner aboard for the second baseman, Jackson Soroy. Roy out of Leesburg, Virginia. Top prospect headed to the University of Virginia. Launches strike one back into the seats. Spadaccini able to work ahead of the Vermont number 5 hitter in the order, Soroy. Runner aboard at first is Xander Tidor, who began the frame with the leadoff single inside for ball one. Spadaccini rides the fastball inside to the righty bat of Jackson Soroy. Young infield group for Vermont. Here comes the 1-1 home. Punched foul into the seats on the first base side, and the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Roy, a riser, is the second baseman. First baseman Sean James, also a riser, headed to guess where, Virginia. Right side of the infield. Couple of risers headed to the University of Virginia in the fall, trying to build some chemistry here with the Lake Monsters this summer. 1-2 delivery from Spadaccini, spiked in the dirt. Lane, a high toss over the head of Bo Jaworski. There goes Teeter. He'll take second. Into scoring position is the Vermont shortstop after an errant throw by Connor Lane. For the catcher, Lane, that is the third error of the summer. 2-2 from Spadaccini's fastball. That's back to the screen. Count still even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. All even. 2-2. The Vermont middle infielder trying to protect with 2 strikes against Teo. The delivery home is a fly ball. High pop up over to the third baseman. And it's Anthony Toronto who will make the catch in fair territory. It's out number 1 in the Vermont 4th. Bringing up the first baseman, Sean James. So far tonight for James, the strikeout victim in his first plate appearance, will take strike 1 on the inside corner. The 1 coming home from Teo is just upstairs, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Spadaccini, a big kid, 6'5", 210 on the rubber. Trying to command the strike zone here and prevent any damage here in the Vermont 4th. The 1-1 coming home is on the inside corner for strike 2. On the ground, bounce to short. Irizarry collecting and firing to first. It is in time. A diving effort there by the base runner, Sean James, who's trying to beat it out, but an incredible throw on the run by Alex Irizarry. And a big second out for Teo in the fourth. Look at that, chopper to the shortstop, Irizarry. Had to come charging in. And a nice scoop there by Bo at the first base bag. Mattacini out of Lexington, Massachusetts, attended Phillips Academy. Working behind the catcher, Jake Goudreau. 2 balls and no strikes. The 2-0 from Spadaccini upstairs for ball 3, missing with the fastball. It was a rocky rookie campaign for Teo at Yale, pitching to a 15.88 ERA with the Bulldogs in 5 2/3 innings worked. Trying to fine-tune himself here in the Futures League this summer. But is going to issue a 4-pitch walk to the catcher, Goudreau. That's for the third baseman, Dante Posey. 2 outs and runners at first and second. Posey so far tonight was caught looking in his first trip to the plate. Posey out of Catholic University in Medford, New Jersey. Big ball 1 upstairs. Mattacini's had some command issues with his fastball. Starts behind the Vermont third baseman, who's commanding the hot corner here tonight. As ball 2 is over the head of the right-handed hitting Dante Posey. Posey, a rising senior, 6 feet 200. Big swing here can help Vermont try and climb back into the ball game as the fastball nails the upper edge of the strike zone. Posey attended St. Joseph Prep prior to attending Catholic. A swing and a miss there for strike 2. This past spring, a .345 batting average. Over 58 plate appearances with Catholic. 1 double, a couple of home runs, good for 13 RBIs and a .466 slugging percentage. Vast improvement from what he did as a sophomore. 2-2 delivery is reached out, poked into shallow center field. It's going to fall in. Rounding third and coming home to score is Xander Tidor. And it's the Lake Monsters who are able to scratch across their first run of the night on a bloop base knock for Dante Posey. The inning will extend for the right fielder, Wyatt Patchett. Patchett, a two-way player out of Lemoyne College. Pitched to a 3.60 ERA at Lemoyne this past spring, a 1-0 record in just 5 innings of work. Seen limited action on the mound. Certainly can handle the bat as he fouls away strike 1. Offensively, it was a .271 batting line for Wyatt Patchett at Lemoyne. Same exact batting average to what he did as a junior. Going to spark the offense here for Vermont, who takes strike 2 on the outside corner. And the door cracked open for Teo to mitigate any further damage here in the top of the fourth. The 0-2 home from Teo is a called strike three at the top of the zone on the outside corner. Teo Spadaccini comes back with a come and get me fastball. Is able to punch out Wyatt Patchett and conclude matters here in the fourth. It's a 7-1 lead for Norwich as we head to the home fourth. You're watching Futures League Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Please bring it up to the Dimebag Information booth to claim your prize, a gas card from Denders Oil Service, 2150829. Thank you. Let's go back.
Buy better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Summer is here and the temps are soaring, but it seems like insurance prices are too. Let the Burns Agency bring the relief. Our quality coverage at unmatched pricing with top-notch service makes us the trusted choice for Eastern Connecticut. Home, auto, business, life, the Burns Agency does it all. We're a third-generation, locally owned and operated agency with 2 convenient locations. Walk in, give us a call, or chat online today. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better. Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Hello, Emma Joy Cullen. Hello, Dan Irwin. Go Navy. And happy 16th birthday, Ava. Happy birthday, Ava. Leading off the bottom of the fourth inning, your Sea Unicorns right fielder, Antonio Ducatelli.
Cole Riskin ready to start inning number 4. We're seeing his team scratch across their first run of the night thanks to an RBI base knock by Dante Posey. Middle of the order due up 4, 5, and 6 as Ducatelli will watch ball 1, slide low and in for count to even up. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Central Connecticut State product Ducatelli. Was 0 for 1 tonight with a walk. Ripped to second on the backhand side of Soroy. It's going to be a leadoff single. And Ducatelli aboard to start things out for Norwich in the home fourth. A rocket off the bat at Ducatelli. Really no chance for Soroy to make any kind of play on it, except to try and trap it. Here comes Trey Porter, who had himself a leadoff double to begin his night. Or I should say a 2-out double, but leadoff double for himself here tonight. First pitch home is up and in for ball 1 to Porter. A snap throw down to first. Ducatelli is just back in the nick of time. And a close call there for the Duke. Able to extend his hitting streak to 5 games. Now his longest of the summer. 3-2 Porter misses inside for ball 3. Porter now has hits in 3 straight games. That really continues to heat up at the plate. And ball 4 issued upstairs. It's a 4-pitch walk to Trey Porter. Norwich has runners at first and second with nobody out. In comes the third baseman, Anthony Tirado. Toronto so far tonight is 1 for 1 and has also drawn a walk. This has been his best stretch offensively. That cooled down in the middle portion of the season, but we've come to the end of July and the start of August. It's been a different Toronto in the box. One that's been on a mission, but also a patient hitter at the plate. Really started to find his timing against opposing pitching. Toronto's drawn now 5 walks over his last 5 contests. Strikeout rate starting to lower itself as well. Ball 2 misses way upstairs. There's a changeup. Out of the hand there of Riskin, who's run into some early trouble here in the Norwich 4th. Leadoff base knock and a walk. Toronto fouls away, strike 1. Out down the left field line towards the concourse, but going to be a souvenir for a young fan here tonight. Bucatelli aboard at second and Porter the base runner at first. The 2-1 coming home is way outside for ball 3. And the night Norwich has been looking for. Final regular season home game will be on Sunday against the Road Warriors, as Norwich will go on the road tomorrow. It's a 5-pitch walk to Toronto. And Norwich has them loaded with nobody out. Back-to-back walks will bring up Alex Irizarry with runners everywhere. Irizarry tonight is 1 for 1 with the base knock into right field. After he ambushed Cole Riskin on the first delivery he saw in the second and was hit by a pitch to begin his night. Delivery home to Irizarry once again, blasting away, base knock. In comes Ducatelli, so does Porter, and they'll put the stop sign up for Anthony Toronto. It's a 2-run scoring base hit, Alex Irizarry, and the lead for Norwich is 8. A golden night offensively continues. It's been a big night for everybody. Irizarry drives in a pair of runs. The job's not going to get any easier, as Connor Lane will come to the plate with runners at the corners and still nobody out. Action starting to ramp up in a hurry in the Vermont bullpen down the left field line. In delivering the breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1. For Irizarry, it's RBIs 24 and 25 of the summer. Lane will take ball 1 just below the kneecaps. The count is even. Batter awaiting on deck is Bo Jaworski. It was 1 for 2 tonight. What Lane can do with an even count. The 1-1 home from Riskin is a fastball that just missed upstairs. Count leverage here for Lane. 2 balls and 1 strike. The delivery home. That one is hammered to left field. It is hooking foul. Connor Lane has found his stroke here so far tonight. That also broke the bat, so he's going to need a new twig up there at the plate. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lane now with 2 home runs this summer. After his bat went ice cold prior to his game-tying RBI base knock on Wednesdays. Found it once again as he's jammed for a foul ball back behind the plate as the runner Irizarry was in motion from first. It was a skid in which Lane was batting just .063 over his last 5 games. Riskin coming home. The 2-2 is down in the dirt as it leaks away from the backstop Goudreau, but not far enough for Toronto to contest home plate. It was already stolen home this season. That was the game in which he had 3 steals against New Britain. That was back on July 21st. Count is full to the catcher Lane. A check back on Irizarry as it was Toronto trying to bolt down the third base line. These are the tricks Norwich likes to play with their running game. Not going to shy away from it, especially now with the large lead. Full count again to Lane as a curveball top to short. Teeter the short way to second for 1. The return throw to first is in time. It's a big double play, but Toronto will come home to score on a 6-4-3 double play. Here comes Bo Jaworski to the plate. He's been a dangerous man himself at the plate, and especially against this Vermont team. 3 RBIs. This is what we saw him do last series in the finale of it, the back end of it. And here's that game-tying RBI base knock. This is the swing that we've been accustomed to seeing from Bo as of late. And it was really all started for Jaworski. That 4-hit game against Worcester. He has not looked back since. Now up to 8 RBIs on the summer. Takes strike 1 on the outside corner, and the count is even. There's a little flare out into center field. Jaworski aboard. Once again, Bo Jaworski finds himself on base. His bat is turned white hot here as we've come to the final lap of the regular season, and he's been a fixture in the lineup at first base. The third multi-hit game for Jaworski over his last 8 contests. And the hitting streak extending to now 5 games. He's catching up to his season high, which was set June 27th to July 19th. 1-0 home to Storino is launched foul out to the concourse. And it'll bounce its way over to the kids zone, which has been full of excitement here tonight. And for Bo, been a consistent hitter now in the lineup. Batting in that number 9 spot, who stands at first. It was just a hitless game for him that broke up that 6-game hitting streak, and there is a balk from Riskin. Jaworski will take second base. It's been a difficult night on the mound for Vermont. Started with a bang for Norwich with 6 runs in the first. Followed with a run in the second and 3 more here in the fourth. Good for a 10-1 lead on Fan Appreciation Night. Storino takes ball 2 inside. Riskin coming home. The 2-1 deliveries. Off-speed pitch on the outside corner. And the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Fairfield product, Nick Storino, who has seen most of his time this summer at second base, a little of right field, but tonight, his first start at shortstop as a flip strike 2 foul into the seats down the third base side. Count still level, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Storino, prior to attending Fairfield, was an all-knapsack first team and all-New England honorable mention at the Canterbury School in New Milford, Connecticut. His second tour of duty with the Unicorns. 2-2 coming home to Storino is called strike 3 at the top of the zone. Storino down on strikes, and the inning is over. Norwich able to plate 3 runs in the inning, and they've taken a 10-1 lead This is Norwich Scenic Horn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Take it away, Shane.
All right, thanks, Ed. All right, we got a food fight tonight. We got the pizza. What's your name?
Mustache Junior.
Mustache Junior against Popcorn.
Alana.
Okay, all right. Not Mustache Senior or anything. All right, 3, 2, 1. Let her have it. Go. Pizza with a good start. Oh, Popcorn with a nice blow.
Pizza's gonna win.
Oh, Logan says the pizza's gonna win. This is a good one. They're going at it. I don't know. This is gonna be tough to call. All right, 5, 4.
3, 2, 1.
All right. Come over here. All right, who thinks the Popcorn won that? Okay. Who thinks the pizza won that? That's pretty definitive right there. Good job, pizza.
Thank you. Back to you, Ed.
Well, thank you, Logan. Our pillow fight brought to you by Old Sleep of South Wyndham. They want you to have a great night of sleep. If you're in need of a new mattress, pillows, maybe a recliner, visit Old Sleep, Route 32 in South Wyndham. Leading off the top half of the fifth inning for the Lake Monsters, the center fielder, Owen McKiernan.
Teo Spadaccini back out to start the fifth as he bounces in ball one. The leadoff hitter, Owen McKiernan, who's 0 for 2 tonight with a ground out to first and was caught looking his last trip to the plate. There's strike one at the top of the zone as Spadaccini comes back with the fastball. As a sophomore, McKiernan appeared in 23 games with the Tufts Jumbos. 1-1 home is cut on and missed for strike two. Starting 19 of those games, batted 58 times for 11 RBIs and a .259 batting average. Trying to protect with 2 strikes is the Tufts Jumbo leadoff hitter McKiernan. Doesn't have to think too much about ball two, which goes all the way to the backstop. Thing that wasn't really anywhere close to McKiernan. Spadaccini can certainly bring it. Towering pitcher on the mound, 6'5", the official measurables for the Yale product. 2-2 coming home from Spadaccini is taken on the outside corner for strike three. McKiernan caught looking, will pack his bags. And for Teo, it's his second strikeout of the night. Look at that fastball. Some movement on the outside corner, tailing action. Well, the back door. Here are the leadoff hitter to begin the fifth. Aggressive on the first pitch is Sam Cavosa, who launches strike one foul. Spadaccini working from the full windup, fires a fastball just upstairs, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a miss there on the wipeout slider for strike two. Cavosa, a riser who will be headed to St. Michael's in the fall out of East Falmouth, Massachusetts. 1-2 coming home from Spadaccini. That one almost ran inside and hit the left fielder, Cavosa. Two delivery inside for ball three. At the high school level, Cavosa, utility player playing catcher, third base, and some outfield. He says that playing catcher is his favorite spot. Does that spot, sees everything on the diamond. A comeback into the mound, in and out of the glove of Teo. Recovering the throw to first is not in time. Spadaccini recovered well to even make it a close play at the first base bag. It was a comebacker to the hill that Spadaccini was able to whip around and get the backhand of his glove to. Had some trouble squeezing it, and by that point, the speedy Cavoso is going to win the race to first base. Will be ruled as an error to Teo. Third error of the night for Norwich as a team defensively. With Mark Quattrani as ball one is spiked in the dirt. Quattrani out of Cornell, an Ivy League school. Ability player with Cornell in the Big Red. Attended the Haverford School at the high school level. 5'11", 200 the measurables for the rising sophomore. Swing and a miss there for strike one on the breaking ball. It was a season to remember in the spring for Mark Quattrani, who batted to a .364 batting average for 105 plate appearances with 43 RBIs, a .714 slugging percentage. 2-1 is outside for ball three. 11 home runs as a rookie and 43 RBIs. Certainly plenty of power in the bat for Quattrani. Leads all of the Futures League in RBIs. Count in his favor, 3 balls and 1 strike. Quattrani waiting, the delivery home is a fly ball lifted out to straightaway center field. There is Soldra to make the catch on it and retire Quattrani for out number 2 in the Vermont fifth. Bring up the shortstop, Xander Tidor. He's 1 for 2 tonight. Had a leadoff base hit last inning to begin the fourth and grounded out to short in the first. Xander Tidor out of Babson College with the Beavers. Well, Saratoga Springs, New York home. Rising junior at 5'11", 170. Opposite way, over the head there of the third baseman, Tirado. It's a base hit. Dumped into left field by the Vermont shortstop, Xander Tidor, who was able to fight off an inside pitch and shoot it into left field. Runners at first and second for the Lake Monsters with a pair of outs. Leo trying to strand a couple of runners here with 2 gone. And we'll deal with the second baseman, Jackson Soroy. Delivery home to the Virginia commit is downstairs for ball 1. Scouting report on Soroy. Player that can certainly swing the bat and his ability at the plate really continue to jump out. Not in more side, and the impact off the barrel is becoming more present for the youngster Soroy. All the defensive choice that can stick up the middle. He certainly can play defense. That's at a premium right now, and playoffs around the corner, that's what's going to win ball games. And Vermont team very confident in what Jackson Soroy can do on both sides of the diamond. Plenty of upside. Will be headed to Virginia in the fall. Now visit over with Teo Spadaccini, trying to settle down the Yale reliever. 1-0 delivery to Soroy's a fastball on the inside corner, and the count is even. Runner aboard at second is Sam Cavosa, and it's Xander Tidor standing at first. 1 ball and 1 strike to the Vermont second baseman Soroy, who swings through strike 2. Teo sporting the, I wouldn't say high socks, maybe a medium socks, but you can see the yellow socks showing below the pants. That was what I used to do when I pitched, but I was rocking the high socks. The 1-2 delivery is outside and the count is even. There's nothing like seeing a pitcher, especially of the size of Teo, with the high socks. Those aren't stirrups, but gotta love the old school sort of feel for Spadaccini. The 2-2 pitch coming home is up the middle to short. Irizarry charging in will step on the second base bag. Athletic play there by Alex Irizarry to end matters here in the fifth. And strand a couple of base runners. A nice showing of defense here by the Scenic Horn shortstop Alex Irizarry. It's a 10-1 lead for the Scenic Horns as we're headed to the bottom of the fifth here at Dodd Stadium on Fan Appreciation Night.
50900. Now I repeat, on your red ticket, take a look at it, please.
The Norwich Scenic Horns are proud to celebrate 30 seasons of baseball at beautiful Dodd Stadium. The point-of-sale merchandise store has you covered all season long and is pleased to offer new merch weekly. From the Norwich Navigator days to today, we honor our past and celebrate our future. Gear up today at the point-of-sale team store, open for all home games and 24/7 access online at GoSeeUnicorns.com. We look forward to seeing you at the ballpark this summer, geared up in the Sea Unicorn spirit. And as always, go Sea Unicorns.
Vermont. Well, fans, it's time to meet our junior announcer for the evening. Her name is Larissa from Andover, Connecticut. She'll be announcing the Sea Unicorns batters in the bottom half of this inning as I take, especially tonight, that so well-deserved break. So, Larissa, you're on.
Center fielder, A.J. Soldier.
New pitcher in the ball game for Vermont is right-handed reliever out of Bryant University, Zach Davis. So far this summer for the Bryant product, right-hander has pitched to a 4.84 ERA over 13 innings of work. Has a whip of 1.69 for Davis. First pitch to Soldier outside the zone. Held opposing batters to an average of 245. Soldier aggressive on the 1-0 delivery out to right field, moving over and making the catch is Wyatt Patchett. And boy, did he make that one look a little easier than it looked. It was a rocket off the bat of Soldier. Plenty of dazzling speed too. But a better play out there by Wyatt Patchett, who makes the over-the-shoulder catch to retire Soldier for out number one in the Norwich fifth. Bring up Caden Dosa, who is 1 for 3 tonight with a base hit, a fly out, and struck out in his last time to the plate. Davis out of Colchester, Vermont. Back up the middle, through into center field. It's a base hit. Caden Dosa ambushes Zach Davis, who did well to just get out of the way, out of the rocket off the bat. It was a bullet that had eyes on it, and it's a multi-hit effort for Caden Dosa here tonight against Vermont pitching. Bringing up the cleanup hitter, Antonio Ducatelli. For Norwich, it's their 11th hit of the night as they close in on season highs. Ball one outside. The toss down from the catcher. Goudreau is not in time. Stolen base for Caden Dosa. Continues to take extra bases here throughout the summer with Norwich. And for the Yale product, that is going to be stolen base number 11 of the summer. Ducatelli a chance with the runner in scoring position. Right-hander Davis coming home, a swing and a miss there, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Davis, the right-handed reliever, 6'4", 215. Is a riser out of Colchester, Vermont to Bryant. Deals the fastball outside for ball 2. Ducatelli so far tonight for Norwich is 1 for 2 with an infield base hit. And a ground out to short. Drew a walk in his first excursion to the plate. Runner in scoring position is Caden Dosa. Found his way there after swiping second. 11th steal this summer for Dosa. Norwich still continuing to put on the pressure despite the large lead, which is 9. The 2-2 coming home to Ducatelli's outside for ball 3. Ducatelli this past season at Central Connecticut batted .258. Going to go down swinging here for out number 2 in the home 5th. First strikeout of the night for Zach Davis. A big second out will bring up the dangerous left fielder Trey Porter. Porter so far tonight is 1 for 2 with a double and has also drawn a walk. Vermont pitching overall tonight has issued 6 walks. This is the Norwich team that is no stranger to the free passes of late. Averaging now 4.5 walks per 9 innings. There's a fly ball, punched foul. 4.5 walks per 9 innings over the last 4 games for Norwich, which featured a ball game in which Norwich drew 11 walks. To begin this stretch, 1-1 home to Porter's on the outside corner for strike 2. Porter has now extended his hitting streak to 3 games thanks to his 2-out double back in the 4th, and a little foul tip held on to by the catcher Goudreau, but they'll say it's still just strike 2 as that brings out Matt Fincher to have a word here. The home plate umpire, that could have very well have ended the 5th. Porter catches a break here and a chance to still battle with the runner aboard at second. That is Caden Dosa, who has plenty of speed. Base knock could plate the 11th run of the night for the Unicorns. Now the 6th time this summer, Norwich is into double digits. They will rule it as just a foul ball. So the battle will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes to Trey Porter. Porter was a dual sport athlete at Hatboro Horsham, where he also was a basketball player. Decided to stick with baseball, moving to college as he shoots strike 2 foul onto the gazebo down the first base line, and the battle's still going here. This is what Porter's been doing as of late, fighting off tough pitch after tough pitch. Looking for a mistake, the 1-2 home, a chopper over to the second baseman Soroy, who's able to fire to first in time. Nice effort there by Jackson Soroy to take care of Trey Porter and conclude the 5th. It's a 10-1 lead for Norwich on Fan Appreciation Night here on Friday night. It's
Rachel. All right, Curtis and Rachel. Now, I've yet to see somebody get all 4 donuts on the ring, and you can move to try to catch them. So some people just try to stand still. You can move. So come over here, face her. All right, let's see if we can get, oh, you can get a little closer than that. All right, let's see if we can get the first one on there. Ready, go. Yes, nice one. All right. Oh, she's got a perfect one. That was his fault, not hers. Oh, so close. Let's see. Get two. Oh, this one counted. That was so close. That one counts. All right, good job, guys.
Well, Logan, thank you. Making me work hard tonight, Logan. And we thank Dixie Donuts. Attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for your Sea Unicorns from Quinnipiac University, number 41, Ryan O'Connell. O'Connell now pitching for Norwich.
New pitcher in the ballgame for Norwich is right-handed flamethrower Ryan O'Connell. Quinnipiac transfer has not surrendered any runs, a .75 whip. Just the 3rd appearance of the summer and 2 2/3 innings worked. O'Connell's been lights out of the bullpen for the Sea Unicorns with 5 strikeouts to just 2 walks. He'll be greeted by Sean James to begin the 6th. As he deals strike 1 on the inside corner. O'Connell transferring from St. Bonaventure to Quinnipiac, where he pitched to a career 8.02 ERA. Over 47 appearances and 67 in the 3rd innings. A swing and a miss there for strike 2. O'Connell spent last summer in the Cape Cod League. Big arm out of the back end of the bullpen for Norwich. Going to be a key piece here. The playoff push. O'Connell ready. The 0-2 home to James is up and in for ball 1. This past spring, a 7.62 ERA for O'Connell. Over 13 appearances. Allowed 11 earned runs. Issued 14 walks to 15 punch-outs. Right-hander coming home. There's the breaking ball that falls outside, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. O'Connell 6'6", 240 from the right side of the rubber. Right-hander set at the belt. The 2-2 home is cut on and missed for strike 3. O'Connell able to strike out Sean James for out number 1 in the Vermont 6th. Well, Sean James, the kid who's a riser headed to Virginia. Welcome to collegiate baseball. The power arm of Ryan O'Connell, and I'm sure that's not a lot of fun at the plate to try and contest with. That's been the mojo all summer for OC. One away for the catcher, Jake Goudreau, who takes ball one down and away. Goudreau so far tonight is 0 for 1 with a fly out to center field and has also drawn a walk. 1-0 delivery from O'Connell on the hands, popped up. It's headed into the seats down the third base side, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Glad you're with us here tonight on a beautiful night for baseball in Eastern Connecticut. At historic Senator Thomas J. Dodd Memorial Stadium. Right-hander O'Connell coming home, and a pitch lifted back foul over the top of the luxury suite deck. And will go crashing into the parking lot. O'Connell has 2 strikes on the catcher Goudreau. Righty on lefty matchup with 1 away in the top of the 6th. And a 9-run lead for Norwich. 1-2 from O'Connell is taken on the outside corner for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for O'Connell to begin his night. He's able to send back Goudreau packing, who is caught looking for out number 2. Excellent movement there on the curveball. That is a fierce combo. Fastball, curveball. As you see the fastball, plenty of life on it. 95 to 97 on the gun for O'Connell. Can really have plenty of giddy up on his fastball, which is plus stuff. Dante Posey, the third baseman, who watches ball 1 sail inside, and the count is even. Posey so far tonight has been caught looking and has produced the lone RBI tonight for Vermont with a base hit in the 4th. 1-1 delivery is taken just downstairs on the outside corner. Right-hander ready. The 2-1 pitch home is punched back to the screen. And the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Connell set at the belt. The 2-2 delivery home is bounced to second. A high chopper for Starina, who waits back on it and will easily toss it over to first in plenty of time. Strong inning in relief for O'Connell, who sets down Vermont in order. It's a 10-1 lead for Norwich here on Fan Appreciation Night. This is Sea Unicorns Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Family Motors has arrived. They're your local auto super center. Put some excitement in your day and rent a Polaris Slingshot from Strain Family Motors, adjacent to the Green Onion Restaurant on River Road. Check out Strain Family Motors Super Center on Facebook as well as strainfamilymotors.com for everything sales, service, and excitement. River Road, Lisbon, Strain Family Motors, your local auto super center.
Justin's Barber Studio, 2151166. I'll read those 2 numbers again. If you got them, head on up to our information booth. 2150782 and 2151166. Congratulations to our winners. You'll see Unicorns, and once again, like to thank Hyde Park Landscape for keeping Dodd Stadium looking great this season. Hyde Park Landscape is located just around the corner from us, and they can make your lawn look fantastic. Leading off, bottom of the 6th, Just the Unicorns. Third baseman. Anthony Toronto.
Anthony Toronto will lead things off against Zach Davis here in the bottom of the 6th inning. The run rule certainly in the minds of both sides now. If Norwich strikes for a run here, is able to hold the Lake Monsters. There's a good start to it. Lead off base, knock up the middle, Anthony Toronto, who continues to slug away against Vermont pitching. Norwich's third baseman has himself a multi-hit effort. And for Norwich, it's their 12th hit of the night. We'll bring up Alex Irizarry, who has a couple of hits himself. And off base runner is Toronto, who is always a stolen base threat. We'll see if he's in motion against Davis. A little chopper over to second. Soroy is only plays to the first base bag. That'll take care of Alex Irizarry, but it gets the job done. Toronto, the lead runner, into scoring position for the catcher, Connor Lane. Lane so far tonight is 1 for 3. The highlight for him is the grand slam walloped in the first to kick off this fan appreciation night. That's what they showed up for. They have been treated with royalty here tonight. Strike one is cut on and missed. This is the Unicorn team trying to do everything they can to repeat the success of last year. 1-1 home is a fastball on the inside corner for strike two. What a ride it was for the Unicorns, defeating the Vermont Lake Monsters in a winner-take-all championship. 1-2 pitch. That one is crushed, but it is going way foul. Down the left field line. Oh boy, Connor Lane starting to really find something here. Could potentially have a 3-home run night if his other 2 long foul balls were fair. There's a line drive back up the middle, but into the glove of the center fielder, Owen McKiernan, for second out in the Norwich 6th. Bring up Bo Jaworski with a pair of outs. Jaworski so far tonight is 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. Been the kind of night Norwich has really been looking for. After a wild, wacky Wednesday night full of drama, they have put all of that aside here tonight. It was a 6-run first inning to allow this offense to take control of this ball game against Eddie Captain, who lasted just 2/3 of an inning. Jaworski swings through strike one. This is a matchup we very well could see in the opening round of the Future League playoffs, which begin on Monday. Tomorrow, it's a scheduled doubleheader for Norwich against the Westfield Starfires, but depending on seeding and what ground the Unicorns can take on the Starfires, we'll only play one game tomorrow. The 2-1 delivery is up the middle. A tough play there for the shortstop. A strong throw across the diamond by Tidor to take care of Jaworski and end the inning. Just a leadoff base hit that Zach Davis is able to work around. As we head to the 7th inning here in Norwich, this is Unicorns Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
Summer is here and the temps are soaring, but it seems like insurance prices are too. Let the Burns Agency bring the relief. Our quality coverage at unmatched pricing with top-notch service makes us the trusted choice for Eastern Connecticut. Home, auto, business, life, the Burns Agency does it all. We're a third-generation, locally owned and operated agency with 2 convenient locations. Walk in, give us a call, or chat online today. The Burns Agency, proudly serving Eastern Connecticut since 1932.
Better it burns. Much better. So much better it burns. The right insurance at the right price. You buy better it burns. You buy better it burns. You buy better.
Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, leading off the top of the 7th inning for Vermont. And batting for the right fielder, Patchett, for Jacksonville University. Number 4, Jacob Miller. Miller now batting for Vermont.
Pinch hitter for Wyatt Patchett is going to be Jacob Miller out of Jacksonville University in Glen St. Mary, Florida. Ball one misses outside the zone to the pinch hitter into the ball game. Wyatt Patchett has come out of the ball game as strike one is sliced foul down the third baseline just narrowly. Look around the out-of-town scoreboard. The Worcester Bravehearts winners over the Brockton Rocks 5-3 at home. Nashua Silver Knights leading big 13-4 at home against the New Britain Bees. 1-1 delivery is a curveball. Dips inside for ball 2. Westfield Starfires leading big over the Future League Road Warriors, holding an 8-2 lead. Connell at the belt. Ready for the 2-1 delivery home to Miller. There's the fastball on the outside corner, and the count is even. Righty on righty matchup. The even count delivery is cut on and missed. Lane had a turn to find it. Will flip it down the first base bag to Jaworski. Nice recovery there by Connor Lane as Ryan O'Connell has his third strikeout of the night. It is overpowering stuff for O'Connell. 6'6", 240 right-hander has plenty of leverage. Coming down the rubber here. It has made it quite tricky for opposing hitters to make contact against him, let alone have much success. Top of the order, it's Owen McKiernan, who's back up for the 4th time tonight. 0-1 delivery is a fastball dotted on the outside corner for strike 2. Kiernan's been set down on strikeouts, both looking in his last 2 trips to the plate. And his night with a ground out to Bo Jaworski. O'Connell at the belt. And the 6'6" right-hander coming home. It is swung on and missed for strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts for O'Connell to start the 7th. And the right-hander has 4 on the night. It is a plus fastball. That has been untouchable for this Lake Monster offense. 2 away for Sam Cavosa. Reiser headed to St. Michael's in the fall, trying to get something started against the power arm O'Connell. No delivery is outside for ball 2. The high school level, Cavosa was a football and baseball player at East Falmouth High School. 2-0 deliveries inside for ball 3. Back to make that a 3-sport weapon for Cavosa, who also played basketball. Baseball, basketball, football, all trying to maintain a strong grade point average. 4-pitch walk by O'Connell, the first of the night. Vermont has themselves a 2-out base runner in the 7th. They'll bring up the designated hitter, Mark Quattrani. That'll bring out manager Kevin Murphy with the base runner aboard. See if Coach Murphy is going to allow his right-hander a chance to finish the 7th. Murphy's going to summon a new reliever into the ball game to record this final out. It's the entire Norwich infield defense in on the huddle. I think this might be more situational than anything. To discuss Sam Cavosa, who's got some speed on the base pass. And dangerous Mark Quattrani at the plate. I would have to imagine that the primary focus is going to be between O'Connell and Quattrani, who's the number 3 hitter in the lineup for Matt Fincher. All-star by every category. Numbers that just jump off the page. League leader in RBIs, 34. Batting over the 330 marker. Well, he can do it all on the diamond. Connell at the belt, the delivery home to Quattrani's cut on and missed for strike 1. Quattrani was named the Ivy League Rookie of the Year, becoming the 3rd Cornell player to earn the honor. 0-1 home to Quattrani is scorched foul. Back behind the plate for strike 2. Bill Walkenbeck in 1995 and Kellen Urban in 2012 were the first 2 Ivy League Rookie of the Year winners. Or Mark Quattrani has etched his name into the record books as the 3rd to do it out of Cornell. Right-hander ready to the H. Quattrani, deals ball 1 upstairs. "30 of the appearances for Quattrani were all starts and 20 as the catcher. .362 average with a .492 on base percentage. And an OPS over 1,000 at 1,231. 2 doubles, a triple, 11 home runs, 43 RBIs, a video game-like rookie year. Back up the middle, it is through into center field. 2-out base knock for the All-Star, Mark Quattrani. Able to barrel up. 2-strike delivery from O'Connell. And Vermont has runners at first and second with 2 outs. Little 2-out rally brewing for the Lake Monsters, as it's the cleanup hitter, Xander Tidor. Tidor so far tonight is 2 for 3. A singled in his last 2 trips to the plate. after beginning his night grounding out to short. Coach Murph allowing a chance for O'Connell to battle out of the trouble here in the 7th. It's the 3rd outing of the summer for O'Connell since joining Norwich. Right-hander ready, the 1-0 delivery is way upstairs for ball 2. O'Connell made his season debut July 14th against Westfield, working a scoreless inning in relief. Right now, the focus is to strand a couple of 2-out base runners. Bottrani, the base runner at first, and Cavosa at second. 2-0 delivery home is back to the screen for strike 1. Dangerous middle of the order, trying to get something started against the power arm reliever Ryan O'Connell. Transfer out of St. Bonaventure to Quinnipiac in the fall. Big pickup at the end of the year for Norwich, trying to really stack up the bullpen here. Make a push into the playoffs. 6-6 reliever ready as a swing and a miss, and the count is even. Tough combo to try and battle with as he went to the off-speed pitch after showing the fastball. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 2 away in the top of the 7th. A ball game that has been all Norwich tonight. O'Connell ready, the 2-2 delivery home is launched back foul and out of play. Peter, a two-way player at Babson, pitched to a 2.57 ERA as a rookie over 21 innings. All batting .500 last spring, but is going to come up empty. Ryan O'Connell finds strikeout number 6 of the night. And we're headed to the bottom of the 7th as we head there. Since we didn't have a chance to play it earlier, Gavin Hawks, one of those fierce relievers out of the bullpen, who's the team leader in wins with 6. We talked to him about his success this summer. And now Norwich is going to prepare themselves for the upcoming playoff push. Here is Rider University product Gavin Hawks. Scenic Horns right back at home on Fan Appreciation Night. I'm Adam Plager, joined now by all-star reliever Gavin Hawks. Well, let's first start by talking about the fans all season long, just the support they've shown and just kind of the energy it brings the guys in the clubhouse.
I mean, these fans are awesome here. I mean, I can't ask for anything more. They're out here. They're getting into the games. We have all the kids down there getting autographs and stuff. They do like really good job here at Norwich, and the fans I think have a great time, and we really feed off their energy, and I think that's why we're playing well, and that's why we're in first place right now.
It's certainly been an electric environment. The Vermont Lake Monsters in town for this one tonight. We go back to that game against the New Britain Bees. Crazy doubleheader, 2 wild games. Obviously, the Bees coming up victorious in Game 1. And just talk about the resilience there in Game 2 and what you're able to do on the mound.
Yeah, Game 2. It was a tough Game 1. That first game, tough loss, but the guys really got back together in between games there, and we found a way to win. A little comeback win, which was great, but we all knew we were in the race for it anyway. We knew we were gonna come back. So we had that full belief the whole time, which was big for us. So yeah.
It's been a strong summer for you this summer. 6-2 record, a few saves mixed in there as well. You have the team lead in wins. Just talk about the confidence you have right now every time you get the baseball.
I just want to go out there and just throw strikes. I'm not really thinking about too much. It's just like go out there, just be as good as I can to like help the team win, and wherever that falls, like I just want to go out there and just be me out there, and just like I don't throw very hard, just miss a lot of speeds, and just I got to be out there and be me.
Absolutely. Nick Storino to lead things off as he fouls away strike 1. Thank you to Gavin Hawks for taking the time to speak with us pregame tonight. Well, it sure looks like everything he had to say has been working out tonight for the Unicorns. Getting 10-1, a run here in the 7th would end the ball game. Zach Davis hurls in strike 2 on the outside corner to the leadoff man, Nick Storino. Storino so far tonight is 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Two-strike delivery home is punched foul. Out into the bleachers. There was a laser beam shot that's out into the Mashantucket Pequot Barbecue Pavilion. The race is on in the chase for another souvenir tonight. Right-hander Davis against the lefty Nick Storino. A couple of strikes. The 0-2 coming home is spiked in the dirt for ball one. Norwich as a team this summer entering play a .263 batting average. Number sure to go up here tonight with now 12 hits and 10 runs. The 2-2 delivery is taken outside for ball three, and the count is full. This is nothing new for Storino's working counts here all summer long, looking to potentially draw a third walk. The full count delivery is shot foul. Out to the concourse on the third base side, and the battle's still going here between Storino and Davis. Davis will be a riser headed to Bryant. Trying to deal with the rising senior Storino, who's going to draw a leadoff walk. How about it? The third walk of the night for Nick Storino, and the leadoff man back aboard. And as Billy Bean would say, we're not looking for hits. We're just looking for you to get on base. And the on-base percentage certainly enjoying that for Nick Storino, which is now up to over the 500 marker. He's getting on base now just about 51% of the time. There's a line shot that is cracked foul. So there's been nothing new for Nick Storino, and AJ Soldier now getting a chance to bat with the runner aboard. Start things off here in the Norwich 7th. Soldier has a triple here tonight. That was his 8th of the summer, out to the wall and right. The 0-1 delivery is caught on and missed for strike two. Soldier is a rookie at NJIT, was named to the America East All-Rookie team. Batting .345 at NJIT. A fly ball lifted out to left field. Moving over is the left fielder Cavosa to make the catch, which will retreat Storino back to first. One away for Caden Dosa, who will come marching to the plate. Dosa tonight has another multi-hit effort, a couple of base knocks. Also flew out and struck out. Dosa began his career with Norwich this summer with 6 consecutive multi-hit efforts, including 2 3-hit nights. And a big reinforcement ever since the departure of Brennan Hyde. Big void in the outfield that has been filled by Caden Dosa. He shoots a fly ball to right field. Playable out there for Jacob Miller, the new right fielder, who is going to make the catch for out number 2. There's plenty of competition right now in the outfield for Norwich. Going to make the decisions a little bit tougher with the bat of Trey Porter heating up. Sean Callahan finding his stride in the late stages. This man, Antonio Ducatelli, come up with clutch hit after clutch hit. And let's not forget the hero, Chris Carson. Trey Porter, I mean, this is a deep outfield group that is going to be hunting for playing time. The runner is in motion. Storino trying to swipe second. It's a good throw down by the catcher, Goudreau, to hose Nick Storino trying to swipe second. And that's how the inning will end. Headed to the 8th inning next in Norwich. A 10-1 lead for the Scenic Horns on Fan Appreciation Night.
Let's go down to our big wheel here at Dodd Stadium. Shane.
Sounds like the Wooden family cleaning up tonight. Good job.
It's safe to visit the dentist. In a word, yes, especially if that dentist is Dr. Katzoff and the staff at Griswold Dental Associates. They follow all the latest safety protocols while doing what they do best, taking care of you. From preventive to restorative, your dental care couldn't be in better hands. To schedule your appointment, call Griswold Dental Associates today.
And David. All right, Brody and David.
Your mark, get set, go!
Looks like Brody's off to a good lead, but they're pretty tight. David's got the inside, and he spins around him. Look at David putting on the Jets. Absolutely. Nice job, David. All right.
Back to you, Wade.
Well, thank you, Logan. Thank you. Supercharged Big Wheel. They're in Oakdale, Connecticut. Supercharged. Visit them in Oakdale, Connecticut. I'd like to go back to the all-sleep pillow fight and mention that our winners did receive gift certificates to Vocatura's Bakery in Norwich and also Nino's Pizza in Uncasville. Thank you, Vocatura's Bakery and Nino's Pizza. Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. Now pitching for your Sea Unicorns from Central Connecticut State University, number 22, Royston Plant. Plant now pitching for Norwich.
New reliever in the ball game is Southpaw Bryson Plant out of Central Connecticut State. And Norwich Free Academy, where he spent his high school, out of Brooklyn, Connecticut. Going to take the baseball from manager Kevin Murphy with a 9-run lead in the 8th inning. So far this summer for Plant, heard some difficulties, a 14.53 ERA. Over 8 2/3 innings worked, opponents batting .371. And a whip of 2.77, looking to refine those numbers here tonight. Work a clean inning and get the confidence back up. For a rocky outing earlier when he last pitched, that was back on July 24th against the Lake Monsters, where he allowed 3 earned runs. Did not record any outs, I should say, allowing 2 hits, issuing a couple of walks. Looking to get himself back on track against a similar opponent. He'll strike one into the inside corner, and if especially the competitor that these guys are, pride they take in every outing, to get a chance to go back up against a team that had all kinds of success, to try and redeem yourself here tonight. That's what Bryson Plant's going to look to do. And it means a little bit more here to go up against a team that had plenty of success just about a week ago at Centennial Field. Totally different situation as he works ahead. No balls and 2 strikes to the second baseman, Soroy. The 0-2 coming home is swung on and missed for strike 3. Welcome to the ball game here tonight. Bryson Plant with a high fastball, able to take care of Jackson Soroy for the first out in the 8th. Plant, the left-hander, will now meet with Sean James, the first baseman tonight. Plant, the reliever, 6'2", 195, rising sophomore at Central Connecticut. Not see action in his rookie campaign. Builds some momentum before he heads back to Central in the fall. As ball 2 misses upstairs. Don James, a riser, one of the many on Vermont's roster. Part of the catching group. Will be headed to Virginia. The 2-0 delivery is cut on and missed for strike one. Five, 6, and 7 for Plant to deal with in the 8th inning. And a 10-1 lead for Norwich. Thanks to a 6-run first to start the night. A swing and a miss, says the count, even 2 balls and 2 strikes. Norwich has not looked back since striking for 6 in the first. That's the most runs Norwich has scored in an inning this summer, alone in the first inning of a contest. Plant has the count. Even the 2-2 delivery home is a chopper over to short. Slow roller. Irizarry had some trouble collecting it and finding a grip on the baseball. It's going to be the 4th error of the night committed by the Norwich defense. And it's a 1-out base runner for Vermont. This is where things have spiraled out of control for Norwich. This is part of the game that they have really put all kinds of focus and concentration into. It has been a hot topic throughout the course of the summer, and it has not shied away tonight. But a 10-run night offensively can certainly make you forget about that. Delivery home is a fly ball out to right field on the nose, but right to the right fielder Antonio Ducatelli for out number 2 in the Vermont 6th. Two away for the third baseman, Dante Posey. Posey tonight is 1 for 3 with an RBI base hit. Plant trying to work around a 1-out error committed by the shortstop. 4 errors overall on the night. Most this season is 5. Those are numbers that certainly need to be steered in the complete opposite direction. When Monday rolls around here, could be the Vermont Lake Monsters at the other end. There's a fly ball punched out into the left center field gap, moving over. It's going to fall in. It's a 2-out base hit for Posey, and the 8th inning will continue for Jacob Miller. Just the 6th hit of the night for Vermont, who have been held to just 1 run tonight. The neck-and-neck race for the number 3 spot in the Futures League between New Britain and the Lake Monsters. Both teams right now losing big here on this Friday night, as it's the Silver Knights holding a 13-4 lead against the Bees. 0-1 delivery coming home, a check swing. They'll rule that Miller not go around. Runners advance to 2nd and 3rd on the pass ball. The job will get a little trickier here for Plant. 2 outs and a pair of runners in scoring position with Jacob Miller in the box. Jacob Miller, a rising sophomore out of Jacksonville University. Do something against Plant as he takes ball 2 upstairs. As a rookie, Miller did not get any playing time as a freshman at Jacksonville. 2-1 delivery to Miller is tapped foul, and the count is even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Miller also a strong student academically. graduating in the top 10 of his class at Trinity Christian Academy before heading to Jacksonville. The 2-2 is bounced foul on the third base side, and we'll do it all over again. Lefty on righty matchup. The 2-2 coming home is back to the screen. Micah Miller, growing up flying planes, obtaining his pilot's license in high school, studying aviation at Jacksonville. So might see him flying our planes here one day before we know it. Right now trying to take flight against Plant. The 2-2 delivery upstairs for ball 3. The full count to the right fielder, Jacob Miller. Couple of base runners aboard in the 8th. Plant coming home. The 3-2 pitch is taken inside for ball 4. Bryson Plant issues a 2-out walk, and the bases are loaded. A glorious opportunity brewing for the Lake Monsters. Trying to crawl back into the ball game here. Back to the top of the order, it is Owen McKiernan, who has struck out in 3 consecutive plate appearances. Plant's first delivery home is a strike on the outside corner. See if Plant can escape the bases loaded threat. Give Norwich a chance to bat with the game where it is, as ball 1 is way upstairs and the count is even. Nice leap there by the catcher, Connor Lane, to prevent that from sailing to the backstop. The left-hander, Bryson Plant, against the leadoff hitter, Owen McKiernan, who's in center field tonight for the Lake Monsters. 1-1 delivery coming home is taken outside for ball 2. One delivery coming home outside for ball 3. Was a significant improvement for McKiernan with Tufts offensively. Batting .208 as a rookie. 24 plate appearances. Was a .259 hitter with the Jumbos as a sophomore. The pivotal role in the leadoff position with the Lake Monsters as the 3-1 delivery is just upstairs. Back-to-back walks, plates the second run of the night. Bases will remain loaded for the dangerous left fielder, Sam Cavosa. This has been a glaring issue for Plant throughout the summer, has been having command and feel of his pitches. Has a strong start to the inning for Plant, retiring 2 of the first 3 batters he faced. The run that comes home to score will be unearned because of the error committed by Irizarry earlier. This is a big out to get for Plant, with action heating up in the Norwich bullpen down the right field line. Hunters still everywhere for the Lake Monsters, and the job not going to get any easier as Sam Cavosa steps in. Delivery home by Plant is cut on and missed for strike 1. Cavosa tonight is 0 for 3. He's also reached on an error, strikeout, and has drawn a walk. Left-hander Plant coming home to the left fielder Cavosa, who sends strike 2 back to the screen. The right-hander warming up in the bullpen for the Unicorns. Might be the last batter for Plant to try and get here in the 8th inning. Left-hander coming home. The 0-2 delivery spiked in the dirt, but an incredible block by Connor Lane. That could have seeped to the backstop. It would have been the 3rd run of the night for the Lake Monsters. Game all about momentum. Vermont trying to create a little bit here after trailing big. The 10-2 lead now for the Unicorns, but in prime position to escape the jam. 1-2 coming home is taken outside. Plant was looking to attack the outside corner and expand the strike zone. Kavosa, patient hitter, has the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at third is McKiernan. Standing at second is Miller. And Posey standing at third. Miller at second and McKiernan at third. With the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Plant trying to escape any further damage in the 8th. Left-hander coming home. It is back up the middle. It is out of the reach of Irizarry, through into center field. In comes 1 run, and so does a second. It's a 2-run scoring base hit for Sam Kavosa. The lead for Norwich is now 6. Walks are always worst nightmare for any pitcher. As a couple of walks come home to score, and the margin is trimmed a little bit. Now a 10-6 ball game, and a new reliever coming into the ball game. Plant will depart after recording just a pair of outs in this 8th inning. But right now it's just a conversation at the mound, so manager Kevin Murphy might still allow an opportunity, and he certainly will. It looked like Coach Murphy was going to make a call to the bullpen, but instead going to allow a chance for Bryson Plant to face the all-star Mark Quattroni. It's a big out for Plant to get with runners at the corners. Quattroni so far tonight is 2 for 4 with a couple of flyouts to center field and a pair of singles. Delivery home to Quattroni is downstairs for ball 1. Looking to go with the wipeout slider to begin Quattroni. The dangerous middle of the order in Vermont, trying to build all kinds of momentum. It's already a 3-run 8th inning against Bryson Plant. The 1-0 pitch is cut on and missed, and the count is even. 1 ball and 1 strike. Norwich has helped themselves out by jumping out to such a monstrous lead, but looking to preserve it here in the 8th. 1-1 is tapped foul off the body of Quattroni. Another 2-strike count with leverage for Plant to try and take care of the designated hitter, Mark Quattroni, who was the Ivy League Rookie of the Year at Cornell this past spring. Just the 3rd in program history to do it. Prior to attending Cornell, was at the Haverford School, where he helped Haverford win the 2022 Pennsylvania State Championship, but is struck out by Bryson Plant to end the 8th inning. A big strikeout of the All-Star Quattroni. 8th inning comes to an end, but not before 3 come in to score for the Lake Monsters. And the lead for Norwich is 10-4 as we head to the bottom of the 8th. You are watching Norwich Unicorn Baseball, streaming live on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah, 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Away, 2 games up in Westfield, and USC Unicorns are home on Sunday. First pitch is at 4 p.m. versus the Road Warriors. And that will be the Dodd Stadium Bike Show supporting A Reason to Ride. Gates open at 3 p.m., 4 p.m. first pitch on Sunday right here at Dodd Stadium versus the Road Warriors. Playoff information, well, there'll be playoffs starting on Monday. For information about USC Unicorns in the playoffs, be sure to check our website, Facebook, X, and Instagram for updated information on postseason play in the Futures League. Leading off the bottom half of inning number 8, the USC Unicorns, right fielder Antonio Nucatelli.
Antonio Ducatelli to lead it off against Zach Davis. A 10-4 ball game with Norwich in front. 10 runs on 12 hits and 4 errors for Norwich defensively. 4 runs on 7 hits and an error for Vermont. The delivery home to Ducatelli is blasted foul for the luxury suite deck for strike 2. Davis trying to work his 3rd inning of relief against Norwich. Been a bullpen game for the Lake Monsters after it was a short start for Captain. But just 2/3 of an inning. Ready on lefty matchup with Davis against Antonio Ducatelli. 0-2 coming home as a fly ball lifted out to center field. Moving over is McKiernan to make the catch on the run. That'll take care of Antonio Ducatelli for out number 1 in the Sea Unicorn 8th. One out for Trey Porter. Will come to the dish. The double here tonight. In on base twice with also drawing a walk. Pitch home is an off-speed pitch that catches the inside corner for strike 1. Middle of the order for the Sea Unicorns in the 8th with 4, 5, and 6. The dangerous corner outfielder Porter, and there's a wild pitch by Davis through the legs of the catcher Goudreau. And the count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike. The on-deck batter is Anthony Tirado. Continue to come to life offensively. Porter pokes strike 2 foul to the first base side, and count leverage here for Davis against the Norwich left fielder Trey Porter. Side for ball 2, and the count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Porter as a rookie at Monmouth batted .263. Connecting with 2 strikes, the 2-2 home is just tapped foul. Porter began his season with the Sea Unicorns back on June 4th against Vermont, where he was 1 for 4 in the contest here at home. Norwich trying to stay perfect against the Lake Monsters here this summer. 4-0 record at Dodd Stadium. Off to a good start with a 6-run lead in the 8th inning. Porter started 8 games with Monmouth, appeared in 30. Had a double, 5 RBIs, and a walk as a freshman. Continue to build his confidence here this summer with Norwich. The 2-2 downstairs for ball 3. As a junior at Hatboro Horsham High School, Porter was named the Montgomery County Player of the Year. The full count delivery gets away from Goudreau. Might have caught a piece of him as well. Norwich has themselves a 1-out base runner in the form of Trey Porter. We'll bring up the UMass Minutemen product, Anthony Tirado. Tirado attended Cheshire Academy, where he played under head coach Anthony Giano as the team captain as a senior. Played a big spot on that Cheshire team. Takes ball one outside. The high school level, Tirado was named Cleary Division Player of the Year as a senior. Holds the school record in stolen bases with 21. Fly ball lifted the opposite way into shallow left field, moving in and there to make the catch in medium left field is Sam Cavosa to take care of Anthony Tirado for out number 2 in the Norwich 8th. 2 outs for Alex Irizarry, who will come to the plate. Ari has a 2-hit night so far with a pair of singles into right field. Both of those hits coming on just the first pitch of those plate appearances. The inning were to continue, it would be a chance for Connor Lane, who's had some well-struck baseballs tonight, including a grand slam in the first inning. Ball one from Davis is downstairs to the lefty bat of Alex Irizarry out of Tolan, Connecticut. Will stay in his home state of Connecticut in the Nutmeg State. He heads to Quinnipiac in the fall. The runner in motion there was Trey Porter. We'll have to retreat to the first base bag as strike one is back to the luxury suite. Count is even, 1 ball and 1 strike to the Norwich shortstop, Irizarry. Ball 2 misses inside. Irizarry attended East Catholic High School. Here's the number 4 ranked shortstop in the state of Connecticut. Trying to extend the Norwich 8th as he takes ball 3 outside. Throw faked any snap throw down to first base as Trey Porter goes scampering back to the bag. Count leverage for the shortstop Irizarry, 3 balls and 1 strike. To the Colchester, Vermont native, Zach Davis, the runner is going. There's a fly ball lifted into right field. Moving back is the second baseman, Soroy, but it's going to be the right fielder, Jacob Miller, to call off Soroy and end the inning. Just 1 walk issued by Davis, but that would be all. Headed to the final inning here tonight as we head to the 9th. 10-4 lead for Norwich on Fan Appreciation Night. Divino Digital is your one-stop shop for website design, development, and site management. Divino Digital uses the most up-to-date technology to develop their sites. Whether you are looking to build a small website or an e-commerce site with hundreds of products, Divino Digital has you covered. Check them out, located at 31 Hewitt Road in North Stonington, Connecticut, or give them a call at 860-373-7175. That's right, 860-373-7175. New reliever in the ball game for Norwich is right-handed reliever out of Eastern Connecticut State University, Tiernan Powers, a rising senior, 6'1", 185 out of Haddam Neck, New York. That's the baseball from Kevin Murphy to try and slam the door shut. Left Norwich to a big win over Vermont here tonight on Fan Appreciation Night. Powers so far this summer with the Unicorns has pitched to a 5.82 ERA, a 1.29 whip over 17 innings. This will be his 12th appearance of the summer. It's held opposing hitters to a 215 average. Try and wrap things up here tonight on what has been a successful Fan Appreciation Night to this point for Norwich. Powers last pitched for the Unicorns back on July 25th at Vermont, working an inning and a third, allowing an earned run on one hit. Walked one and struck out one, facing 9 Lake Monster batters. We'll begin his night with a meeting of the shortstop, Xander Tidor, as Powers fires home strike one. His brother, Callan Powers, was named Futures League Pitcher of the Night earlier this week, firing 8 strikeouts against the New Britain Bees in an 11-5 win on Tuesday night. Norwich moving a little bit closer to clinching the top seed in the Futures League. A win tonight would help the cause. Might have to wait until tomorrow to officially clinch first against Westfield. 1-1 coming home is inside for ball 2. Powers transferred from UConn Avery Point to Eastern Connecticut. 2-1 delivery, misses outside for ball 3. Did not appear as a sophomore at Avery Point, but as a freshman appeared in 9 games, starting 7, recording a 3-2 record and a 4.34 ERA. Powers at the belt, the 3-1 coming home is sliced foul into the Unicorns dugout on the first base side, and the count is run full. 3 balls and 2 strikes to the shortstop, Tidor, who is 2 for 4 tonight, was a strikeout victim in his last plate appearance. That was against Ryan O'Connell, who struck out 5 to finish his night. Full count, delivery coming home is cut on and missed for strike 3. Tiernan Powers starts his night with a strikeout of Tidor, who punches out for the second time tonight. Vermont down to their final 2 outs here tonight. Oh, great movement there by Powers to take care of the leadoff hitter, Tidor, in the 9th. One away for the second baseman, Jackson Soroy. Also a strikeout victim in his last plate appearance. That was to lead things off in the Vermont 8th against Bryson Plant. Powers comes back with the fastball on the outside corner to even the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. This past season at Eastern, Powers pitched to an ERA at 4 on the nose. A grounder over to second. Right to Storino, who's able to fire over to first to take care of Roy for out number 2. It's going to be Jesse McCullough to pinch hit in the spot of the first baseman, Sean James. We saw Jesse McCullough play last game for the Lake Monsters as the second baseman. Not down to their final out here tonight. Trailing by 6. The 1-0 home is downstairs below the knees. Count moves to 2 balls and no strikes. Jesse McCullough, a rising junior out of Tufts University in Sudbury, Massachusetts. Final hope tonight for Vermont. The 2-0 is a topper foul on the third base side, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2-1 is back to the screen for strike 2. This past spring, McCullough was a .310 hitter for the Jumbos. As a rookie, was a .359 hitter over 92 plate appearances with 4 doubles and a triple. As a rookie, followed it up with a .310 average as a sophomore. Count is even. The 2-2 home from Powers is waved at and missed for strike 3. Say goodnight to the Lake Monsters. Norwich wins big on Fan Appreciation Night by a final score of 10-4. Connor Lane with the big blast tonight with the grand slam to kick it off in the first. And it was a 6-run first inning that Norwich never looked back from as they win it tonight by a final score of 10-4 and are now 17 games over 500. Stick with us, the post-game interview and the recap coming up next here on the Futures League Baseball Network and on YouTube with SN Sports.
Once again, we need people to leave the picnic area. We need people to leave the kids zone. And we need the berms cleared at the far ends of Dodd Stadium. Also, if you're sitting in sections 1 and 2 or 20 and 21, we ask that you please move in closer towards the dugouts. That's for your safety during our fireworks show. If you're in sections 1 and 2 and 20 and 21, we ask that you please at this time move in closer to the dugouts before we can start our fireworks show. Once again, our fireworks show brought to you by Liberty Bank. Don't forget we're in action again Sunday at 4 p.m. versus the Road Warriors. That's the Dodd Stadium Bike Show supporting A Reason to Ride. Gates open at 3 p.m. First pitch 4 p.m. on Sunday. Information on postseason play, which begins Monday. You can find out all you need to know about our Sea Unicorns in the playoffs by going to our Facebook page, X, Instagram, or our website for that information. So fans, please enjoy the fireworks show tonight.
Hey, Ed. I've actually got some playoff information right now if the fans want to hear it. Monday night, 6:30 here at Dodd. Game 1 of the semis. We don't know who we're playing yet, but we know we'll be here. Tickets are on sale. Hey, Shane, guess what? I think the people have spoken and they really like the Sea Unicorns. What do you think? So tonight we've set a Sea Unicorns record in the Futures League years. 4,524 people. The front office staff and the players, thank you guys so much. We'll see you Sunday and certainly Monday to start the playoffs. Enjoy the fireworks in a few minutes.
Logan, get over here. These people want to hear from you. Do you guys want to hear from Logan?
Hi. Did you have fun tonight, Dodd Stadium? How about those first play unicorns? First play Sea Unicorn.
The player of the night, Connor Lane. First inning grand slam. Just take me through that at bat.
I mean, leading up to that, our guys did a great job getting 2 runs across the board and then put me in a position to do that. Got a hanging slider and just crushed it.
Over 4,000 fans here tonight. Let's talk about this environment.
I mean, they were in it all night. It's great. They give us a lot of energy, and it's just awesome.
All right, well, you guys get to host the first round here. Let's talk about what that experience will be like for you guys.
And I'm hoping it's the same. All the fans coming out to support and bringing the energy.
Scenic Horn fans, that's Connor Lane as Norwich wins big. 10-4 on Fan Appreciation Night.
Dodd Stadium wasn't the first. The second was 8. But that wasn't the second. That was the third. And the Dodd Stadium thanks you for coming here all the time. We like you a lot. And the Dodd Stadium wasn't the first. We like you a lot. And Dodd Stadium likes you a lot too.
And we've just announced that Logan will be next year's public address announcer.
Thank you, Ed. That this is the night of found. This is the last game of fireworks. And the games have been changed, but they haven't been changed yet. The sea unicorns were very hard to win, but it's not their job. It's just for fun. And we do it for fun, and Daddy has it very fun. But this is not the first, it's the second.
Did anybody get all that? Because there's going to be a quiz. There's going to be a quiz. The first in the Dodd Stadium and the second in the Niner. 11-teen. I don't know what he was saying. Give it up for Logan, everybody. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Well, that was fun tonight, Norwich. Fan Appreciation Night. Over 4,000 in attendance. Take this one in. And things get started in the first inning. And I know Jesse has that grand slam for us. We'll take a look at that momentarily. But you talk about an offensive eruption tonight. It was volcanic, really. 6 runs in the first inning to set this tone against Eddie Cafton, who had some command trouble, hit a batter, 4 walks in the first inning. This is an offense that took control immediately. And Connor Lane with the big blast tonight. First grand slam of the summer, the first in his career. We take a look, we rewind that for you. Norwich not looking back after that big blast from the big man behind the plate, who, oh yes, that's right, just turning 18 years of age, just wrapped up his high school career at Old Saybrook. And that is why, my friends, he's the reigning high school Gatorade Baseball Player of the Year in Boise. Going to be fun to watch at UConn. Just go up the road to Storrs, Connecticut. You can watch more of that for 4 more years, unless he goes to Major League Baseball a little bit sooner than that. Slow start for him, yes, this summer for sure. But he's starting to make that adjustment to collegiate pitching. Tonight, another example of that. Now up to 12 RBIs on the summer. Batting average is continuing to grow over the 200 marker. Then it was another run in that 7th inning. Norwich continuing to take off with 3 in the 5th, en route to a 10-4 win. Take a look at the winning pitchers here tonight. The winning pitcher here tonight for the Norwich Unicorns goes to Ryan O'Connell, 5 strikeouts for the Quinnipiac transfer. Eddie Cafton suffers the loss. The time of this ball game wrapping up in 3 hours and 4 minutes time as Norwich improves to a Futures League best 17 wins, over 500. They're now 36-19. The Westfield Starfires currently holding a lead in their ball game right now, 8-5 over the Road Warriors. They're in the top of the 8th inning. We'll step aside. I know you guys want to watch the fireworks here tonight. We'll send you down field level. Postgame fireworks presented by Liberty Bank coming up next on the Futures League Baseball Network and watching live on YouTube on SN Sports.
These guys me too. All right, come here. One more time.
Do you want to see some fireworks tonight?
All right, let's count it down.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
once again to tonight's sponsor, New Haven Health, LLM Hospital, and Liberty Bank. We're in action again Sunday. First pitch Sunday, 4 p.m. Playoffs start right here at Dodd Stadium on Monday, 6:30 p.m. All sleep of South Wyndham and your Sea Unicorns want you to arrive home safely and have a great night of sleep. If you're in need of a new mattress, pillows, maybe a recliner, visit All Sleep, Route 32 in South Wyndham, Connecticut. On behalf of the Futures Collegiate Baseball League of New England and your Sea Unicorns front office staff, we thank you for attending tonight's game and fireworks show. We ask that you please drive safely on your way home. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you and good night. Can we please have the children get off of the first base dugout? It is very dangerous on there. Thank you.
Welcome back to Norwich and the post-game recap here on what was a wonderful fan appreciation night. The Norwich Unicorns showing out, winning big. 10-4, improved to 37-16. A Futures League best, 17 games over 500. Now the meeting tomorrow with the Westfield Starfires, a doubleheader. That will decide 1 and 2 in the Future League standings. But I can tell you, the Norwich Unicorns have punched their ticket. And they're going to look to try and defend the ship. That's right. The to come and get the replica ring giveaway tonight. And then they stay to watch Connor Lane wallop. That's right, his first Grand Slam of the summer. He'll be headed to UConn in the fall. Norwich off to a rocking start tonight, 6 runs in the first inning, and they don't look back from there. And then it was Ryan O'Connell who would earn the victory tonight. 5 strikeouts for him, a season high, as we see Connor Lane touch them all as Norwich wins game number 36 of the summer. 6-run first inning, and there was no looking back for the Unicorns. A 10-4 victory here on Fan Appreciation Night, as it was the Eastern Connecticut State product, Tiernan Powers, who was going to slam the door shut. Couple of strikeouts there in the 9th inning to take control of the Vermont Lake Monsters and slam the door shut to help Norwich secure their 3rd victory in a row here tonight. There's a look at that final out here recorded on Fan Appreciation Night. Over 4,000 in attendance here tonight at Dodd. Even the 2-2 atmosphere, and as we've said, it was a playoff type of environment, because that's right, round 1 of the playoffs is coming here to Norwich, beginning on Monday night. Sunday, the regular season finale, when the Norwich Unicorns will welcome the Future League Road Warriors. Norwich stays perfect in the regular season. They're 5-0 against Vermont at home. The winning pitcher tonight is Ryan O'Connell. Eddie Cafton suffers the loss. The ball game wrapping up in 3 hours, 4 minutes time. We'll see you on Sunday. I'm Adam Plager, and for all of our crew with SNSN, we thank you for joining us here on Fan Appreciation Night.